Okay.
You're live. Your mics are hot.
Okay. Just can't see anything yet.
No, it's back on the delay.
Oh, it's back on the
You
delay.
can tell them that we had to restart and switch the skin.
Okay.
And so we lost the first 15 minutes.
Okay. All right, everybody, we're back here live. We had to switch the skin over, had a little bit of a technical error, back on a 10-minute, 41-second delay.
All right, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you can get that squared away. Looks like we're going to be on a 10-minute delay, so we're going to keep you guys occupied. So I have Paul Gator Tassone in the chat with us right now, actually in the live stream booth. So we're going to switch over to him real quick. Both of us, we're over here. So say hi to the cameras. Get Eddie the Asian sensation in the booth. Tonight was supposed to originally be a 5-5 no-limit hold'em, but about 15 minutes before the stream started, changed it to 5-5-10. So you're very familiar with these stakes. You play with some of these players. What do you expect tonight from these players?
Well, this is a pretty tough lineup.
Yeah.
I think that OFC and a couple of guys in there, a couple of guys I haven't seen play before. Oh my God, it's Variance and what is it? The Hammer.
Mighty Hammer, yep.
Yep, I haven't seen him play. I definitely think there's going to be some big pots. There's going to be some gambling. It's safe to assume that OFC's probably going to try to get the straddle on the quarter.
Always going to want to get the straddle
he's
on.
the straddle catalyst. I love it.
I was laughing last Saturday. Last Saturday on the 5-5-10 game that you played in, and he's like, "Hey, do you guys want to do a round of straddle?" And I just I'm literally laughing because that's like OFC starts laughing when I start laughing because he knows I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to make the game bigger. So
he's a lot of fun to play with.
Yeah, definitely a ton of fun to play with. A lot of action. Probably going to have the highest VPIP.
He said check the ticker.
Probably going to have the highest VPIP tonight as normal. So wouldn't be surprised if he's in the 60 range or so, 65% range. This past Saturday was your lowest VPIP.
Yeah,
I don't know if you noticed that.
I was extremely
spot dead.
Yeah. Just couldn't get through anywhere. And when you only have 4 hours, sometimes you're not going to make a hand or get in a spot or a situation that's going to be where you want to stick your money in.
Right.
And
so with that being said, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're from West Virginia.
Yeah.
Now you're in Dallas. Tell us how you got here. And originally mostly an online player through the phone, through the computer, and now you're kind of more live now?
Well, so
we were talking about this a little bit before the stream, so...
Yeah. So actually, I started out playing live poker back when I was 17.
Okay.
And, that was not something that I, knew I was going to get into. My dad got me into it when I was 17, and immediately I just got attached to it. I played one of the first big home games I played. Jim Boyd, shout out to him. He was a professional poker player, the first professional that I actually met. He's been professional for a really long time.
PLO is his game.
PLO is his game.
Now, the first stream you had ever played on, he had commented in the chat.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, how's the action? So Eric and I were in the booth, and he's like, how's the PLO action in Texas? And I didn't know who he was because it was the first time he was in the stream, in the live chat. And I felt bad. I mean, now hindsight, I laughed at him. I was like, is this a fake account? Like, are you trolling us? And Eric's like, do we need to ban him? Because that's the most troll question we thought we would get because PLO's stupid crazy here in Texas.
Right.
He's like, oh no, I'm from West Virginia, and I was like, I'm here for Gator, and this is when Jacob was in town.
Yeah.
Brick. And so I was like, oh, my bad. He was actually being serious. And so, yeah. It was really, really funny. And I told him to watch some of these PLO streams. He had a, really action PLO stream. And do you play PLO yourself?
So, I actually dabbled in it a long time ago, and I got back more into No Limit Hold'em. I would like to start playing PLO, but I just really like No Limit Hold'em, and it's hard for me to want to go and play something else when I just enjoy No Limit Hold'em so much. But I think PLO is a lot of the future of poker.
Yeah. So okay, Texas Hold'em in West Virginia or anywhere else versus Texas Hold'em in Texas.
Well, I tell you what, I've played, West Virginia, all the Northeast places, and out in Vegas. The poker in Texas is just unreal.
Yep.
When you play 1-2 down here, you're playing 1-2-10,
right?
30-40, 5-6 ways to flop. When you go play like a 2-5 game in like MGM Casino, it's $1,000 max.
Right.
Games usually heads up a lot. It's kind of like more like a 5-10 game that's pretty tight and solid.
Yeah.
You come down here, you play 2-5, playing 2-5-10 automatically. When
Right.
you're playing 5-10, you're playing 5-10 and a quarter.
Right.
And the games here, they're just massive. When you play 5-10 here, you're playing 10 and a quarter automatically, and the match to stack makes the games amazing.
Yep.
It's incredible how much money you can get in some of these games, and if you're going to play poker, this is the place to play. It doesn't matter if it's low stakes or high stakes.
I agree.
It's very enjoyable.
I've played a lot in different parts of Texas. So San Antonio has some really good. There's a one room where it's like a 1-2 match to stack. They
Right.
have a room that's 1-2 70% of the biggest stack. Austin, they'll have some cap games like the Lodge is 1-2 300 cap, 1-3 1K cap, 2-5 2K cap, and then everything above is like match to stack or uncapped.
Right.
Houston, that's where I'm originally from. A lot of their games are 1-3 match to stack.
And they're really big.
Yeah, those games they can get big now. The poker scene down in the Houston is a little diluted. So you're not. Whereas like here in Dallas, there's 2 or 3 rooms. Obviously, TCH has a ton of action.
Right.
Always probably one of the busiest rooms in the nation. Like top 5. If you were to back out the Vegas rooms,
yeah,
across the nation, probably top 5 in terms of busy, with like Commerce in LA being one of them, Parks in Pennsylvania, MGM. Encore or Maryland Live, those are really, really busy, but TCH down the road, just as busy. But here, like, when was the last time you played 1-2?
Here, let me see. Probably a couple weeks ago, I think I sat in a game down here. Just was bored, was something to do. Yeah, it's $500 max. Game's good.
Yeah, and with the Dallas straddle, so like. If you're in Vegas, right, and you're playing 1-2 opening size like 7, here, here like let's say the straddle's on, the Dallas straddle's on, like, which is here at Poker House, we do what's called the ultimate last action. So the button can see all the action pre-flop, and they get the last act last. I've seen like opens to like 20-25,
right?
Like under the gun.
Yep.
And then you still get 4 callers.
I've seen that as well. And is that button thing a Poker House exclusive thing? Is this something you guys did yourself?
Yeah, it's pretty exclusive. I don't know of any other rooms across. I'm not saying that there's not another room across the nation that doesn't do it, but I know it's definitely exclusive to Poker House. Because generally speaking, when the button straddles on,
the small blind acts first.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's everywhere I've been, with the exception of our room.
Yeah, the same thing. When I actually came down here, I was a little confused. I said, this is how it works down here. It was interesting because the under the gun acts first, and then the blinds, and then the button, which is very interesting.
Right. And it's so funny because like I played in another room locally where they allow button straddle but small blinds first to act.
Yeah, I played that like that before.
And so like I'm under the gun and I'm like 8-3 obviously I'm folding. So I just folded like no small blind. I'm like, sorry guys, I'm used to under the gun. So I'm acting out a turn on accident.
Right. Yeah. Because you're not used to it. And when I first played in a couple games, they were showing me the ultimate last act. I'm like, I'm folding out the small blind, thinking that the straddle starts from the small blind and it starts under the gun. Had me lost a few times.
Yeah. So it's definitely interesting. I think Dallas poker plays big in general.
It does.
It doesn't matter. Let me phrase it. Just anywhere in Texas plays poker. Have you played anywhere in Houston, or everywhere in Texas besides Dallas?
Yes, I played in Austin.
Okay, played at the Lodge in TCH Austin over there.
Yeah, I played at the Lodge. It seems that Texas in general, and I've played in some home games around and some private games. Most of the games that I've played in Texas, it's kind of like they play like a home game almost. Yep. Even if you go to here, Poker House, the accommodations, the staff, the way that people treat you here, it's a lot nicer, and it's better to play here to me than at an actual casino.
Yeah,
because these places are made by people that like poker. They enjoy poker. This is what this is about. And I really love how the accommodations to players are here in Texas.
Yeah.
Really good compared. Some of these rooms I've played in, you know, you don't get that home feeling.
Agreed,
when you go
100%.
into a room. And I really love that about Texas. I think the nature of the game, you know, the quote is true. Everything's bigger in Texas.
Yep.
Every game here plays way bigger than, you know, anywhere I've played. And being from the East Coast at the bigger casinos, Maryland Live, MGM,
Yep.
all Atlantic City, those 2-5 and 5-10 games look like kiddie games to the 2-5 and 5-10 games here.
Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story. Eric and I went down to Daytona Beach in January because we were helping Daytona Beach set up their live stream. And so, like, the first day, we didn't really have anything to do, so we were just going up there hanging out. So I get my name on the 2-5 list because that's the biggest game that they have.
Right, yeah.
And so I went up to the podium. I said, can I get on your 2-5 list and your 1-2 list? Cool. So they're like, oh, we have a seat open for 2-5. I was like, cool, what table, blah, blah, blah. I was like, what's the max? Or what's the cap? They're like 800. And I'm like, per street? I literally asked, I was like, per street?
Per street.
She's like, no, that's the max you can buy. And I was like, I don't know what to do. Because at least here at Poker House, you know, like down the road at TCH is Match a Stack.
Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
On a new table, it's 1K, I think, and then Match a Stack. Here, it's like 1,500.
Is there no Match a Stack at the 1,500 here?
We're considering changing it to Match a Stack. Something we're talking about internally and whatnot. But, like, I'm just used to playing at least 1,500. Even at like,
at least.
like the lodge in Austin, their 2.5 is a 2K cap. So
Right.
So I think we're back in action. I think I missed a few hands because I just wanted to make sure we were up and running. So I think we're going to miss some of the first few hands here. Maybe not. But again, tonight's lineup, a nice little action-packed lineup for you guys tonight. Okay, in the 1 seat, got Wolfgang Poker coming down here from Chicago. Got German Moneymaker in the 2 seat. Jeremy Timmons as a fill-in in the 3 seat. The Queen of Felt from Florida in the 4 seat. Carlos Cortez, and a local attorney here in the 5 seat. Mighty Hammer in the 6 seat. OFC in the 7 seat. SamClarkPoker in the 8 seat. And then OMG, it's a variance in the 9 seat. So look for some big pots tonight, big action as we get all this stuff situated here at the beginning of the stream. Again, getting things squared away, wanted to make sure there wasn't some tech difficulties, decided to go away from a graphic that hasn't kind of worked for us the past week or so. So I think we're squared away. Action will be picking up again. So we have people from Florida, people from Illinois. Sam Clark's from England. He's a content creator.
Yeah, I've seen some of his content before.
Yeah, so I have as well. So we got somebody from England. We got Mighty Hammer from Germany, who's like, he comes here in 3-month blocks, and so.
Oh, so he's from Germany as well.
Yeah, he's from Germany. It's my understanding the way his visa works is he comes for 3 months, and then goes back for 3 months, comes back for 3 months, and goes for 3 months.
Okay.
So, you know, that's what it is. That's the way he has it arranged here. So, but again, it's me, Eddie the Asian Sensation, in the booth, along with Paul Gator, Tassone. As soon as we get some cards up on the next hand, we'll bring back action live to you guys. In the commentary booth, got about 35 viewers in the chat. Definitely be picking up throughout the night. So, hope everybody's having a good night. So, was this your first tornado warning?
No, I think it's my second.
Okay.
Since I've been down here, but the weather down here is crazy.
Yep, it's definitely crazy. You can get hurricanes, tornadoes. It was funny because, you know, we were supposed to get started. We usually run on a 10, 15, 20-minute delay.
Right.
So for a 6 p.m. stream, we get going about 5:45 p.m. And, you know, I try to ask everybody to be here. I always say 5:15 because if I say 5:30, people won't get here to 5:45.
Right.
So I tell them 5:15 just to give them a little buffer. And then I still get 2 people per stream that say, oh, traffic's bad here in Dallas. I'm like, dude, we're off 35 and it's 5:30 on a Friday. Traffic's always going to be bad.
Right, yeah, that's expected.
So I joke with him. Yesterday we did a special 5-5-10 PLO stream, and Rick showed up on time. And I was like, hey, no traffic today? He's laughing. So, but it's expected out here in the Dallas area. But how have you liked the Dallas area so far? And then what made you pick Dallas specifically?
You know, I looked at different parts of Texas.
Okay.
I looked at San Antonio, which seemed very cool. I've seen some of the games are pretty big. Austin, Houston. I actually got a couple friends in Houston. Dallas specifically, it felt like there was the most games here.
Okay.
You know, when you go to Austin, you only have like the Lodge. But when you come down here, there was a lot of 2-5. There's a lot of 5-10. There's a lot of 1-2 if you want to scale down. I like that there's a lot more selection here.
Yep.
And I also feel that Dallas is, well, I don't live in Dallas, but outside of it, I feel like the real estate is a better bang for your buck than, say, if you go to Austin, it costs more money.
Austin's very expensive.
Very expensive.
10 years ago, before they started picking up a lot of tech stuff, because Austin's kind of like the new Silicon Valley,
right?
Texas. You know, like Tesla's moving out there, some other,
you
know, big information technology, those types of companies moving out to the Austin area. Real estate like 10 years ago, 15 years ago in Austin was relatively cheap. Houston's still pretty cheap, and Dallas is starting to get up there, but it's just, Austin's definitely a lot more expensive than it used to be. It's probably one of the most expensive areas in the state to live in.
It seems that the DFW area is starting to creep up there as well in terms of real estate.
Yeah, and up here you have a lot of oil and gas. You have a lot of medical. So, you know, Texas is known for its oil and gas. A lot of white collar type jobs.
Right.
I mean, West Virginia, you guys have a lot of most blue collar type.
Yeah, coal mining's still relevant there.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of construction, you know, and especially in that area. You go to Philadelphia and all that PA, there's still a lot of blue collar jobs there.
So where were you from in West Virginia?
I was born and raised in a place called Martinsburg.
Okay.
Really tiny town. It's on the eastern panhandle.
Gotcha.
But I'm an hour and a half from D.C., Baltimore, so it wasn't like too far from the city. Mainly was playing down MGM and Maryland Live. But I did live about 20 minutes from a casino, which used to be amazing back in 2010 when it opened. Then it just, when Maryland opened up their casinos, we just started going there.
Yeah. All right, we are good to go now. And look at this as we get into action. OFC flopping the wheel. Very first hand that we were squared away here in the booth. Going to check for deception here on this turn. Let's jack of spades. Pot at 245 on the turn.
Looks like Sam's going to try to steal it here.
Going to bet 100 here. Just under half pot, about 40%, 45% pot. Look for OFC to check raise here. Probably needs to start building a pot.
I would assume he puts in a check raise.
What sizing would you go here? 600?
He goes 175. I think OFC is probably going to be around 575, 600. He likes to bet pretty big when he bets, whether he's bluffing or he has it. So I'm thinking around 600.
And it looks Oh, and again, they are playing the Jack 4 game. I just want to let you guys know that. So
450.
Small sizing. Again, the spade draw, backdoor spade draw gets there on the turn, but they use a smaller sizing. They wanted to get called there. So your buddy Flock, I can't. Every time I say his name, because I laugh like I'm like 12 years old. Cock Flock. Yeah, he's doing a really good job in the booth here, Flock. I can't say your whole name without like laughing like a little kid.
Can I say his name?
Yeah, you can say it. I can't say it because I'm like 12 years old.
You know what? I'm right behind you. I think I'm going to start laughing if I start reading it as well.
Yeah, we got some OMG fans in the booth. Got a friend of mine here in the DFW area. Know him mostly more from a tournament side. Taking his shot. Last week played 5-5-10 with you on Saturday. Played the 1-2 stream on Monday. He thought it was 1-3. Taking a shot here at 5-5. So getting back in the cash game mix. Poker Monkey, Mighty Hammers from Montana. Oh, yeah, that's right. He is from Montana. Yeah.
Was there a quarter straddle on this? Queen of the Felony at 75.
There was a quarter straddle.
2280.
So the Queen of Felt, Juliet from the Florida area. I think she's from the Tampa area. Players are a lot. Gets 3-bet pre-flop. Going to make the call on the button in position with suited connectors here. King Jack 4 board.
It's a good board for him to see bet.
Yeah. Has a lot of the overcards, a lot of the ace kings.
Which I assume he's probably going to bet around maybe 250 to 300 here. He might size down a little bit, but if I were going to see bet here, I'd probably make it about 250,
Yeah,
300.
I like that sizing as well. Again, Sam Clark in the 8th seat. Going to be here for about a month from the England area. 250, nice little small size.
There it is.
About a 1/3 sizing here.
And she's going to peel one.
Yeah, flopping bottom pair, backdoor clubs.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a good card on the turn.
That is a good card. I think she's going to stay around.
Now with her calling here, I wonder if he's going to check back. It's going to, oh, doesn't continue. Oh, he rips it.
Wow.
Over bet pot on the turn.
Do you feel like they've played together before?
They played together last night.
Okay. Because for this to be going on, it's a little interesting.
I didn't hear him say go all in, but let's see.
Yeah, maybe it's wrong, but
Shannon Engel in the chat saying cheering for the Queen of Felt. Thanks, Shannon, for tuning in. Jacob Brick in the chat.
there he is. Gator in the wrong seat.
Fold from Queen of Felt there after picking up some additional equity on the turn. Jacob, when you coming back down, I got a seat open for you.
I think I'm in the right seat tonight. This game is a tough lineup.
Yeah, it kind of came together, I say relatively quick. So Queen of Felt had contacted me and was asking about putting on live stream. So I have like 3 or 4 players that I like for wasn't sure what stakes this was going to be, like any stream, right? And this is before I met you, by the way, and you really started playing. Okay, and so like it's Carlos, Danny, OFC, Habib, those type players.
Right.
Right. And so basically they're like, hey, auto lock a seat for me unless I tell you otherwise. Fine.
Right.
And so when that happened, I found out that Moneymaker was coming in town, so we have a ongoing seat with him. Wolfgang was in town, so it was just a really good week for some of these content creators, social media influencers to play the streams.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Moneymaker here going to make it 40, non-straddled pot.
Jeremy was 7-6 suited, 3-betting 100 1/4.
Getting a little aggressive here. I like it.
Yeah, that's a little out of line versus Moneymaker. Moneymaker's very fundamentally sound. OFC, massive hand, 2 kings.
Yeah. See what size he's going to go with here. It's probably going to make it a sizing where Jeremy's going to have to come into chips. Obviously, he's not going to call a 4-bet when it comes back to him.
No. And there's that big sizing
Yep.
that we talked about earlier from him.
Again, Jeremy's going to be required to put in half his stack. At that point, like SPR is going to be really weird. So it's like it's a 5-bet rip or fold. Yeah, and so obviously with 7-6 suited, I like the 3-bet. I've talked about hands like 5-6 suited, 6-7 suited, 7-8 suited.
Yeah.
Good to like raise with, 3-bet bluff with on occasion. Get a lot of board coverage, right? So you 3-bet a hand like 7-8. Let's say you have like a hijack cutoff open, and then you're in the small big blind. You're gonna 3-bet a hand like that. If you flop a 7-7 jack board, and you bet that flop, probably gonna get called because you're
going to get action more often.
You're going to get action more often. So when you hit boards like that, it's very deceptive. Or if high cards come in, you can resent a hand.
You can represent that as well when the ace high comes out there.
Ace comes out, king comes out, queen comes out. You see bet your entire range on a lot of flops. And so, again, those types of hands, I mix it. Now, with that being said, I really don't do that on 1-2 because I'll kind of like limp call those hands. In, the 1-2 streets, I do have a limping range here. But raise from Moneymaker +1. Going to get a 3-bet from Carlos in the cutoff with ace-king offsuit. Mighty Hammer looked like he wanted to do something there.
I think Moneymaker's going to call the 3-bet from Carlos.
Yep.
I don't see him just folding. I think he calls the 3-bet. I don't think he's going to raise.
And that's a hand that flops very well post-flop. Carlos could be doing the hand like jacks 10s.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually a better board for Moneymaker's opening range, better than Carlos's 3-betting range. You haven't seen Carlos in past streams before doing a ton of 3-betting.
No, I've only played with him one time. So I really haven't seen much, but I like that he's c-betting.
Pretty big c-bet size.
It is.
3/4 pot to get Moneymaker to fold. Obviously, like he knows he's behind any ace high hands.
Yeah.
Ace X hands there, so he's just gonna make the fold though. But I like the raise and 3-bet call for Moneymaker there. Both players playing that hand particularly well. Hand 15 so far into the night. Again, Eddie the Asian sensation in the booth. Paul Gator Tassone in the booth with me as a guest. All right, you got to let us know. How'd you get the nickname Gator?
So, actually...
And you have like merch and clothes.
Yeah, so...
That's dope as hell.
Thank you. 2006, when I first started playing poker, I went to a tournament, home game tournament. It was a $440 buy-in. I was 18 years old. I won the tournament. Nobody knew who I was.
Right.
I won $5,500, which was like $1 million when you're 18.
Yep.
And I had a Lacoste shirt on, and they said, "Who won the tournament?" They said the Gator man did. And ever since then, it's been Gator.
I like that. I like that a lot. All
Thank
right,
you.
Jeremy here, we're going to make it 75. Looks like it's a straddled pot.
I think OMG, its variance, might put a 3-bet in here. The way that he's tanking and looking around, it looks like he wants... Oh, no, he gets a fold.
Yeah, with a hand like King Queen offsuit, you don't really want to be calling out of position from the blinds.
Yeah, I would hate to call. I'd rather
Yeah.
raise with it.
You're either going to raise that hand, 3-bet with that hand, or just fold. And he took the less variant route, that specific hand. Again, now 75 viewers in the chat for this Thursday. Again, advertised as 5-5. 15 minutes before the stream went live, they voted and made it 5-5-10. So
Everything's bigger.
everything's bigger in Texas. Look for the straddles to be on like. Do you like to be called Gator or Paul? Does it matter?
You can call me either
Yeah,
one.
okay.
You know, Gator's fine. It's no problem at all. You know, when I came into the stream, I said, I'm going to go back to my old nickname. I'm going to put that on there.
I like it. I like it. Served you well. You've had some pretty good sessions.
Yeah, it's been the first session I ran pretty hot in a couple spots.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
And this past Saturday, you didn't do bad.
No, I didn't lose, but I didn't win much either.
Yeah. But I think that's the mark of a very good poker player. You want to maximize your wins and minimize your losses.
Yeah.
That's all about
I
that.
appreciate that.
Yeah, OFC here going to call in the cutoff with King 9 offsuit after a raise. The Queen of Felt, Ace 5 suited. $80 in the pot going to the flop on a Jack 10 to 5 board. Both players hitting a little bit of a piece
I
of
see OC betting here, and there it is.
Flops a little gutter. Queen of Felt flopping bottom pair here.
Wow.
Gets there on
What
the
a
turn.
turn card.
I think he's going to want to use a small sizing here.
You know, OC might be the best at hitting gut shots.
Yeah. Going to go big. Going to go polar here. Going to go
Like
bet
it.
pot. Hopefully trying to target a hand with a queen, or jack. Maybe a hand like 2-pair Jack 10, queen Jack. Oh, wow. Looks like...
She's getting raising chips? Really? So she's trying to represent Ace King. Wow. And OFC's got to be loving this, I think.
I think he's just going to want to call here.
Yeah, I think he's going to want to call. And
I mean,
then,
he does have a spade in his hand, so he's blocking, he's blocking some spade draws.
I definitely don't see him ever folding, but I think he might call here. But with the spades, it's very possible he might just rip it.
Yeah, it's going to come back with a 3-bet here. Queen of Felt's going to fold here. I like the move, though. She's played with OFC yesterday and the past couple times she's been here.
Well, he is, he's very tough to play against.
He's so tough to play.
He will put your brain in the blender.
Tough, like a very, very, very calculated player, very smart player. We talk about players with uncapped ranges. He likes to defend the straddles, the third blinds. There was one hand on one of your streams, I believe, against Danny, where he turned a straight with but like his backdoor equity was literally hitting the gutter.
Yeah,
he didn't have like. There's a front door club draw, and he had 5-4 hearts or 4-3 hearts, and gets there on the turn with no additional backdoor equity other than hitting this gutter. And you're right, he's probably one of the best players in the DFW.
I love the way he plays because he is not scared, loves to mix it up, a lot of fun to play with.
I got a question from Hayden in the chat for you. Gator, are you willing to explain your ace-king suited fold versus Moneymaker on Sunday? That was one of the most impressive folds. Yeah, we were talking about. I'm sure you go back and you watch the streams.
Yes.
And like Hayden and I were like, yeah, we're losing all our money on that.
If you want to know the truth, I felt like he had aces. I mean, that's really the best answer I can say. I really felt like he had aces, and thank God I was right because I would have looked like an idiot otherwise.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes you feel it, sometimes you don't. All right, you got another fan in the chat, Gator Richard Saltos.
What's up, Richard?
Gator here, becoming a fan favorite, not only on the felt but in the booth.
I appreciate it. Richard is a legend in the home game that we was playing.
Why don't you get some of these other West Virginia people to come down?
You know what? They need to come down here.
We'll put together a West Virginia stream.
We got to do it.
I'm down with it. You know we're definitely willing to do it.
Shout out to Richard Saltos, absolute legend back in some of the games I've played in.
Richard, come down to Texas. Your boy's doing good. Hayden 14 is saying you're a clairvoyant. I don't even know what that means. I'm assuming.
I don't even know what it means either.
I have to look it up in websites.
I have to look that up later.
I have to look that up. Siri, what does clairvoyant mean? A person who claims to have supernatural ability to perceive events in the future or beyond normal sensory contact. That's pretty damn strong.
That is really
Hayden.
strong.
Super
Thank
strong.
you, Hayden.
Queen of Feather folds all the way around. She's going to probably raise it here. The third blind going to make it 100. I wouldn't be surprised if Carlos defends a straddle
I think
here.
he calls.
Yeah.
I think he makes a call here.
And a third blind versus a straddle spot. You should be defending a lot of your aces here. 10-7 king board. King's really good for Queen of Felt. I'd like to see her barrel here. Oh, she checks him. Carlos is going to barrel on this. Going to overbet pot here.
Wow.
With just ace high, he is bluffing with the best hand currently. The missus in the chat.
I see her, says hi.
I was joking about, you know, I met my girlfriend here. She works
on the
here.
Chat?
Yeah.
Did you really meet her in the chat?
Yes, but I'll tell you the story behind it. It's a little more different than that. I like this Queen of Felt getting.
She's mixing it up.
I like it. The Queen of Felt, Juliet here, gonna check raise that flop after Carlos bluffs with the best hand. Gonna take down that pot. Okay, so here's my story. Okay, so she was a traveling dealer from Iowa.
Okay.
And so there was a big tournament August of last year. Yeah, and so she was just looking for extra work, and Eric, you know, he was helping run the live stream as well as helping with the tournaments at some of his places because he used to help run the MSPT up in the Minnesota, Iowa area.
Right.
So she offered her services to come down here and deal. Mm-hmm. And so she came down, and so just to kind of get a feel for, we'll talk about my love life after this hand.
Mighty Hammer, 2 queens.
Under the gun here, a non-straddled pot.
Wow, he's going to limp. OFC, I think, comes in for a raise here.
Yeah.
There it is. And Mighty Hammer's going to get the hammer down on him when it comes back.
Coming from the limp back raise here.
What do you think Hammer's going to do? Maybe like 100, 140, 150?
No, he's going to go big.
There it is. 150.
150, yeah.
Yeah, just snap
Yeah, good to get the fold. Good move there. Gonna get a snap fold. Yeah, you don't have a lot of limp back raise bluffs from under the gun on this table.
No, I don't think so.
So, so she was trying to get to know the room a little bit better, so she started jumping on the streams. You know, again, we're joking that, you know, I was single at the time, and like, So my nickname is Asian Sensation.
Yeah.
Goes back to college, blah, blah, one of the only Asians in the fraternities, whatever, blah, blah, whatever. Story. So when I got divorced, I was like, you know what? I'm going to resurrect it. Let's go.
Right.
So that's my screen name. It's funny when I play other rooms, it actually pops up as Asian Sensation. So the Asian Sensation, your seat's available for 2512, and like the whole room cracks up. So like I have to go with it.
Right. Of course. Yeah. I like it.
So she came down. She was dealing that. Obviously, I was in the booth for that entire term, and I had just gotten back from WSOP, and I was kind of like didn't want to play because we were there for 2 months, kind of thing, and it was a tournament. I really didn't want to play tournaments, tournament burnout, and just actually poker burnout after WSOP last summer. So she started, chiming in the chat. We were joking because most of the females that commentate are the significant others of somebody playing, A, or B, a friend of somebody that's playing.
Yes.
Right? So she's single at the time. She was coming down. I was like, hey, hit me up when you get down. When you get here, she got here. She came. She actually jumped in the booth. I said hi, blah, blah, blah. And now we're together.
How long you been dating?
It's probably the beginning of the year.
Nice. Very nice. 2 4s for OMG It's Variance. He just didn't call the 50. Jacob said, when can we get the Safari Poker House hats? I'm wondering, too. I actually want one as well. The one that Wolfgang's wearing.
Yeah. Mighty Hammer here mixing it up, getting spicy.
Sam Clark, 5-3 off.
Gonna defend.
Mixing it up.
The double straddle here. Looks like he flops top pair. He flops middle pair. Definitely has a lot of these aces here. Surprised that he checked there.
Yeah.
Definitely could have bet there.
Definitely could have bet there for sure. Especially after raising it to 200.
Yep. King of spades. I think he's going to have to start barreling here now. If he wants to try and take this pot down, he's just going to check. I think Sam's going to try to take advantage. He's not going to take advantage. You're going to check back turn this king of spades. 10 of hearts. Bad run out for both players. Obviously, Hammer with the best hand. The bottom pair. I think if Sam bets here, I don't know. He has bottom pair.
He's thinking about it, and there it is. You think Mighty Hammer might sniff this out? I think he's going to fold. There it is.
It's just all these cards are over him. He can be defending. Yeah, he may be defending the straddle a little wider, which he did.
Right.
But not that wide to where he probably wouldn't hit one of those boards.
Yeah.
Or one of those cards. So, Tam in the chat. All right, I'm gonna give you guys some points here in a bit. Give me a second. Again, Eddie the Asian Sensation in the booth. Paul Gator Tassone in the chat, making his commentary live stream debut here at Poker House Dallas.
Yes, sir. Thank you for letting me be here.
Yeah. I was like, so Eric and I were at lunch. I had one of my guest commentators back out. Here's the toughest part of this job: putting the lineups together, finding guest commentators. It's
right.
So hard because a lot of people cancel at the last minute. Poker players are just poker players. No big deal.
Right.
With that being said, I was like, crap. Who can I think of? I reached out. I was like, I'm gonna give Gator. I was like, he had a really good following. He has a really good personality. Like, half the chat was you on Saturday. I was like, he's like, give it a shot. And then you responded, and I literally said, Eric, he's got an auto seat on whatever stream he wants to play. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I was going to Chipotle, pick up some food, and I got that text. I said to my wife, I said, listen, you're not going to believe it. They offered me to do commentary. I said, I'm going instantly.
Yeah.
Shout out to my wife. She's my biggest supporter, and without her, I wouldn't be here. So
shout out to
really appreciate her.
Shout out to the miss. It was so funny because I had brought up the subject of how did you guys meet, and she's like, Paul's gonna kill me. We met on Tinder. Crying, true. Laughing face.
I know it's true though. So I mean, what can I say? I'm one of the Tinder marriages that worked out.
If you are single and looking for a love life, get on Tinder.
It's kind of hard being a poker player and meeting people because you're not exactly meeting women in the casino. You're meeting.
That's true. And it's tough. Like, to have a significant other that doesn't understand this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Because it's like, obviously I'm streaming in the booth or I'm playing. And sometimes, like, if you're playing tournaments, dude, like, you may not bag or make day 2 till like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Or if you're like playing a cash session and like the table's just good and you're just printing money, like it's hard to leave.
It is.
You know, like obviously if you have like plans or something like that,
yeah,
you have to leave. But like if it's like if you just like can't lose and guys are punting, you know, I can't leave. Like
yeah,
it's like minus EV.
You're supposed to stay there, and you know I'm very blessed to have a wife that's very supportive for that, and that's really been the highlight of my career in life is her. When it comes to poker.
All right, Eliandro, Gator is not sleeping on the couch tonight. Good job. Dealer change. Again, we're going to do a flip here. Did you guys do flips in different parts of the like where you guys were at? 2-4 gets there.
No. I prefer doing the flips.
Okay. It's kind of fun. It mixes it up a little bit.
So the bomb pots...
Moneymaker with quads.
Oh, shocker. The bomb pots and the flips are really something that I've seen originate out here.
All right, here goes. Just quads. Just quads. Just quads. No one has an ace because he's got all of them. Moneymaker here going to pick up some chips in this flip. About an hour into the stream, and again, started off a little rough with some technical issues. Squared that away now. Good to go. Got Eric Anderson running action tracker outside there. We got King in the box. Again, in the one seat, Wolfgang Poker, content creator, poker player as well, German moneymaker, fresh poker player from Europe, here in town till the end of May. Jeremy, local player, hit me up a couple days ago and asked if I had a seat available. Said yes.
I think I've seen him play on stream before somewhere.
I think down at TCH.
TCH?
Yeah, like other rooms won't mention other rooms. We don't care.
Right, I understand.
We don't care. It's like, whatever. We're here. We're here to support DFW Poker. We're here to support the players.
That's what I really love about Poker House. The vibe here is it's really nice.
David War is in the chat. Gator, the goddamn goat in the booth. Let's go.
Let's go, David.
I can't say the LFG part. I can say LFG, but I can't say what actually represents and stands for. So,
let's fold, Gator.
Yeah, that's right. Mighty Hammer here. Hammer. Oh, could have raised there. Oh, could have 3-bet. I guess against Carlos, maybe not. Yeah, gonna defend this with a suited 7-7-3. Some suited gappers here, defending the straddle. Ace 10-7 board does flop bottom pair. Carlos with a gutter to Broadway.
I like the C-bet.
Yeah. Pretty hefty bet here, 150, 170. Wayne OMGITSVARIANCE, I'm going to call one street, flopping bottom pair.
Wow. What a turn card.
What a turn card. Carlos flop, turning Broadway. OMGITSVARIANCE turning a flush draw.
Pair and a flush draw. This pot might swell up a little bit here.
Yeah, and I think he's going to probably bet bigger to try to target an ace.
Absolutely. And, you know, all the turn flush draws as well.
325, 3/4 pot. Approximately about 70% pot.
I think we should see a call out of its variance here. There it is.
Five of clubs doesn't change much. Probably going to check back here. I wouldn't be surprised if he jammed here. Because SPR, you know, like 1.2.
1600, yeah.
Yeah, but 1.2 to 1. These are kind of these weird sizings, like, you know.
I think Carlos might end up betting like 500 or 600.
Yeah, though. Half pot, 50 to 6%.
Well, never mind.
900?
900.
80% pot. About 1,000. Okay, so pretty close to pot. 85% pot. You know, OG is gonna just tank full, putting on a little show here, Hollywood.
Right.
Making it look like he's got a tough decision. Longer Hollywood than I expected.
Yeah, he's tanking for quite a long time. I mean, I'm assuming that he's going to fold, but I mean, what can he assume that he's betting with that doesn't beat a 7?
Right.
He even beats like his 10 jack bluffs here.
Now, if they were deeper, if they were deeper here, if he wanted to try to bluff at this, it's just not deep enough.
No.
To do anything crazy with.
Yeah, and he can't even beat hands like 10 jack and king 10 that could be turning into bluffs here. So I've seen stranger things.
I have too. In Texas, I've seen some. I've seen some off the wall stuff before in Texas. I was telling Eric, good at fold here. I was telling Eric I was playing at another room and playing PLO, and I had 2 pair on the turn, but like some weird straight gets her, like 9-5 or 10-6, something weird. Right. And I don't want to. Somebody just like pots it on the river when like hand gets there, and she's out of position. Whatever, blah blah, full. And I was like, gosh, man, I have 2 pair. I was like, 2 pairs just never good here. Like, you're not potting it without 10, whatever it was, right? I snap fold my hand. Like, I tank fold, and I'm like, fold the 2 pair. Lady shows like just a pair of kings, like 1 king on PLO, and I was like, and then I had a guy pull me out to say, he's like, this is why I play here. And I'm like, okay, I need to start coming back here. Yes, the Jack 4 game is on, Hayden. He does beat Jack 4. That's true. The Jack 4 game is on. For those of you wondering, got Jim Boyd in the chat. Your buddy. We were talking about you earlier. I joked with Gator about how we thought you were trolling us when you asked us the PLO question about how's PLO action in Texas, and I still feel really bad because I super thought you were trolling me, and I like literally just laughed in his face, and then he's like, "No, I'm serious. It's my first time." I was like, "Oh, my bad, bro."
Queen of the Felt with Ace King of Clubs here on the hijack raises 75.
Oh, so you gonna call out of the small blind with Jack Deuce Hearts?
But they're playing the Jack 4 game, not the Jack Deuce game.
Not the Jack Deuce game.
Right.
It doesn't matter. OFC's going to call a lot.
OFC's going to see the flop.
He's gonna have the highest VPIP. I can guarantee that.
Absolutely. If I was a betting man, that's probably what I would bet on.
Great flop for Queen of Felt.
Yeah.
Now that's not a terrible board for OFC here. Flops a gutter to a straight, but unfortunately doesn't have any other backdoor equity other than a gutter to a straight. It would be nice if that eight was an 8 of hearts. Could have given them some better equity on turns if you were to try to peel there, but
yeah, not much he can really do there. Jim, I saw your comment about being on commentator. Thank you for that. WV proud.
For sure, 100%.
We did shout out to you earlier. I said that you were the first professional poker player that I did meet back when I was 17.
And he said you were a fish now. Just kidding. Just kidding, Jim. Just kidding. Just trolling you again. Mark, tomorrow night, they're trying to get a 2-5 or a 1-3 ROE going. I can double check that, like 2-5, 2K cap ROE. So if you're looking to punt money and donate for a good cause, come take a shot tomorrow night. Mark. And tomorrow night, we're going to be running our biggest game, 25-50 with a 50 big blind ante.
That's big.
Yeah, it's going to be really big. Had a player cancel today. I'm confirming who's going to fill that spot right now.
Queen of the Felt raises 75. Queen 10 of spades in UTG +2. Moneymaker, ace deuce of clubs, folds, and OFC 3-bet 250 with pocket fives.
Queen of Felt in the OFC getting into some pots here.
They are. That is a man that likes to battle.
Yeah, did some battling last night. OFC.
I think he's going to bet. There it is. 250. She's calling.
Yeah.
Whoa.
1 over. Back there. Oh. Turns a good card.
That's a good card for her.
Queen of diamonds.
You think OSC makes another wager here?
It's a tough call. I think against certain players, yes. Yeah.
And a lot of times he checks back.
Yeah. He's going to check back here. He does have a little bit of showdown there. Now, these players having a good time at the table. Going to check. Oh, so he got a little bit of showdown. I can just check here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pocket fives. Your Queen of Felt taking down this pot. I will announce the lineup once I confirm it after this text. So how are you liking the commentating so far?
It's really cool. This is actually something that I always thought would be cool to do back in years ago when I would see like the World Poker Tour and stuff. And now,
yeah, it's fun.
Now commentating's more popular because you got YouTube and you can do these streams. So now there's more commentating than just like ESPN out there. It's definitely a different perspective of the game. And since I used to be a dealer of the game back when I was 21, it's really interesting to sit here in the commentator box and watch everyone's hand live in real time. A lot of fun. Sam Clark, 2 kings on the button.
Raise
$75 raise. Moneymaker, ace, queen of clubs. Here comes a 3-bet.
Yep.
What do you think Sam does here? Do you think he's going to flat the 2 kings or he's going to put in the 4-bet?
I think he's going to put in the 4-bet.
That's what I'm thinking as well. It seems like he plays pretty aggressive.
It's a matter of sizing now. He's going to be in position. Again, they're not super duper deep. I mean, for 5-5-10, they are deep. 1,000, 850, 900.
Looks like 1,000 or 800. I can't really see.
800.
Okay, 800. Yep. I will say this. I've seen some incredible folds from Moneymaker.
Mm-hmm.
He folded a full house to a full house over at TCH when, like, the last time he was here. Like, probably one of the greatest folds I've ever seen on the cash live stream.
Very, very fundamentally sound player.
Super fundamentally sound.
How old is Moneymaker, you know?
30.
30?
Look, he makes the fold.
And he does fold.
And that, I mean, ace queen suited out of position, like, it's a strong hand, but that's such a good fold there. Like,
yeah.
What was that really bad day where like
so Hayden's in the chat, so like, you know, I've worked with them, they've worked on my game. I met them down in Houston at a different room. And so I've only been playing poker for a little over 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, about two years.
I would have thought you'd been playing longer, doing commentating all that stuff.
So that since I'm divorced, like I wasn't allowed to play. Now I play all the time, or I commentate all the time. But that's neither here nor there. With that being said, I thought it was really cool because a lot of people were saying all these great things about Kim and Hayden, blah blah blah, and Hayden's like, "Hey, we have an open seat. You want to come play?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I get to play with Hayden and blah blah blah."
Right.
Because I suck, they invited me. They were just, I was like, fair enough, fair enough. So. Jeremy here.
I think Jeremy should put in the old squeeze here.
Yeah, definitely going to be squeezing. What size is he going to use? I like the size.
There it is. Yeah, me too. 300.
I don't think. Yeah, OFC is going to look to set mine in position here. Sam Clark and Colt Evans. OMG is going to call, getting a decent price. You know, does have his diamonds covered though by Jeremy.
And we have a Texas heads-up pot.
Yeah, it's not Texas heads up until it's 5 players.
5 players.
5 players
So
is officially Texas heads up.
Okay. Big flop for OFC.
Yeah. OFC with bottom set. OMGITSVARIANCE flopping top pair. Good check back by Jeremy here. Sam's going to take a stab at this.
Wow.
And this is a fairly disconnected board, you know, Badoogie board.
Yeah, it is. He's probably thinking that Jeremy checking there probably has ace king.
Yeah.
And he missed.
Now, if OMGITSVARIANCE calls here, Jeremy's going to fold, and I think OFC is going to come in with the check raise.
With this board being Queen H6 Rainbow, you know,
He
OFC could definitely call.
Call or check raise.
Yeah, he can check raise as well. But
and I think if like Sam just call, if Sam just raised there and OMGITSVARIANCE folded, obviously he has a king's probably not going to fold top pair in this spot.
Right.
OFC would probably just call. there are some not great turn cards for him. Can bring in some weird straights, some weird backdoor draws that improve other players' equity position. Tyler Muhini in the chat. What's going on, Tyler?
Looks like a check raise is coming.
Sizing is he going to go with here? 1500?
1375, 137.
Okay, a little smaller than that. Snap fold by
Yeah, definitely.
Sam. Let's see what OMG variance do. Like obviously he's gonna have to commit all his chips here. So he's never. It's either fold or just rip it.
And that's the thing. OFC can put him in a tough spot here because OFC might have 5-7, he might have 9-7,
Yeah.
or he might have 3-6.
Snap call here by OFC with the
Wow.
They're running it twice.
Gonna run it twice.
Top pair versus set of sixes.
Yeah, it's gonna need some. Oh okay.
Both 2 core came up at once.
Okay, looks like there's an issue with these cards are really like you've held them before.
Yeah.
Like, they're thicker and they're a little bigger. 2 of hearts doesn't change much.
Yeah, and you can't pull them up too much because I think you can bend them and then it messes up the RFID.
Yeah, I want to give everybody points. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Eric, I know Eric's. I'm always gonna throw him under the bus. It was not my idea to get rid of the points.
After I said I have a set, you guessed it right. You can say it. Quad draw. Messing with cards. Queen 8-6, not king 8.
Hey, my ATM is working.
All right, let everybody in the chat know how good of a job that Gator's doing in the booth.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Happy to be here.
No, C1 is that too, How much is
90 viewers in the chat this special Thursday. Again, what was once supposed to be a 5-5 stream, now turning into 5-5-10, about 15-20 minutes before the live stream. So after this hand, we're going to take a look at stack size. We're going to look at cumulative wins and losses. And again, for those of you in the chat, Mighty Hammer's playing seat 6. He owns a Mighty Hammer. What he does for a living, he owns paintless dent repair. So like for hail and windstorm,
Oh, really?
after something like today happened,
Right.
if you get dents in your car or anything like that, he can come and take care of you. So
Okay.
Shameless plug for the Mighty Hammer, Brian Helling in the 6th seat here, just to the left of Carlos, in between Carlos and OFC. So OFC here, pocket 5s, definitely going to be opening. Oh, just kidding, I lied. It's so funny with OFC. Like I'm like, oh, he's gonna raise, or he's gonna call.
Right.
Like, he just, oh, look at these hands here, Moneymaker.
Moneymaker 2 10s.
Raise it up 100.
Wouldn't it be surprised to see if Moneymaker's going for a 3-bit?
I think Moneymaker's going to flat.
Okay, just gonna flat out of the small blind. OFC. OFC, you're looking to set mine. Yeah, I told him I'd give him a plug, Sassy. Sassy's played the Monday stream. Her husband's playing in the 6th seat. Oh, and look at
OFC with the set of
the
5s.
set master here. Oh my goodness.
You think that's going to be a big pot between him and Wolfgang? Moneymaker might end up folding his hand, but I think maybe Wolfgang OFC might play a big one.
Yeah.
Got a bid of 150, 150.
OFC with a spade in his hand.
Raised.
Oh,
Wow. If OFC comes out with a hammer here,
OFC is such a good spot here. Oh my goodness.
gosh, he's got to be loving this.
I need to get a sweater or a jacket like that. Maybe I'll run good.
I love the jacket.
Yeah, that's dope.
It
I
is.
couldn't pull that up though myself.
I think you can.
Yeah.
You just put it on and just wear it with confidence.
Just gonna call here. Oh,
Wow.
and
I love it, though.
Yeah.
The 450 call. Because now Wolfgang's in a spot to where, you know, he might raise here.
he may think he's best.
Yeah.
And again, this game playing a lot bigger than it was originally supposed to play.
He's going to make it flat.
Oh, look at this pot. 1,700 going to the turn. Spade draws out there. Straight draws out there. A lot of these players not going to have too many straight draws. OSC would be the only player that have a potential straight draw on the
And
flop.
the spades for sure.
8 of diamonds.
It's a pretty good card.
Yeah, it brings in hand like 6-9,
6-4.
6-4. Yeah.
I don't think that
Moneymaker's not going to have that.
Wolfgang and Moneymaker's going to show up with those hands, really. OFC could.
Oh, out of these players, OFC's good would have those cards.
About 1,700 in the skillet. I think OFC's going to put a bet in for sure. 1,500.
Big bet.
What do you think that Wolfgang is going to do here? You think that Wolfgang's going to rip it in here, or is he going to make a hero fold, or maybe just a flat? I think he's going to hate flatting.
Yeah, he did play against OFC last night. I watched bits and portions of that live stream. I know Sam Clark had the biggest win last night, up about 10K. Oh my goodness, Wolfgang in a weird spot here.
He's in a really bad spot. It's really a tough one. I think Moneymaker is going to fold to the $1,500 bet, but I think Wolfgang's in the worst of it.
You see a spot where Wolfgang folds and Moneymaker calls here, knowing that. And here's the thing, OFC is betting into 2 players. If it was like a heads-up scenario between one of them,
yeah, it's a lot different then.
it's a lot different. The dynamics.
Moneymaker's also betting into 2 professionals, and yeah, they both let it go.
Yeah, what high-level folds by both. Now I say high-level, okay. Lots of players at 1-2 are
They're putting it in.
They're putting it in.
They're definitely putting it in.
I agree, Doug. I figured that was the line that was going to go. Rena, thank you. Everybody like and subscribe. All right, I just finalized. All right, tomorrow's lineup. 25-50 with a 50, big blind Annie. The biggest game live streaming here at Poker House Dallas. We have Jay Wynn from Poker Coaching coming to play. Got Moneymaker, who is currently in the 2 seat. Paolo making his Poker House live stream debut. Carlos in the 5 seat going to be playing. Dwayne Hicks coming back. JD. Chris Cashman just got the official text from Zane, who will be rounding out that lineup. Also, Z-Fish making his lineup, his Poker House live stream lineup debut as well. Big game tomorrow. If you want to see some high stakes poker in Texas, you guys don't need to go to Live at the Bike or the Hustler. Come to Poker House Dallas.
Come to Poker House Dallas. Wolfgang with Ace King. Queen of the Felt. King, Queen of Diamonds in the big blind. She might 3-bet here. Yep, there it is. 200.
Carl's going to fold. Again, the 7 deuce game is not on. Jack 4 is.
So what happens when they win with Jack 4? Same thing like the 7 deuce game?
Yeah, but I don't know what the bounty is.
Right.
Wolfgang is going to call in position. Could potentially 4-bet there. King 3-3 board. Both players flopping top pair. Wolfgang having Queen of Felt out-pipped by 1.
Wow, this might be a pretty good pot.
Now Wolfgang with the Ace of Spades. Doesn't need a raise there. I think if he didn't have the spades, he would want to. What? $50, okay. Just informed the bounty for the Jack 4 game, 50. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Bailed out.
Bailed right out. Yeah, however, a queen or an ace might hit on the river.
Yeah,
that can happen too.
Bet, Ray. I don't know. This is going to be like, it's getting in, and it doesn't matter.
I would assume it would get all in here.
If you got quad 3s, you got quad 3s. Take my money.
Right.
Take my money. Dude, Maestro, I don't know who's commentating tomorrow. It's supposed to be me and Danny. But Danny wants to fire the mystery bounty tomorrow, so.
Got a bet of 700.
Small bet here. Oh, no, just kidding. I'm sorry. It was 615 the pot. Overbet's pot. He's going to raise. She's going to rip. He's going to snap call. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. Split pot. And Wolfgang with the Poker House bucket hat. If you want a bucket hat. Oh, we never gave away all your merchandise.
Oh, no.
Yeah. We gave away half of it.
Okay.
So it's actually still there on the floor next to you.
Oh, sweet.
So we'll give the rest of it away this Saturday. It's actually going to be a well-watched one this Saturday because, okay, all in.
All in. Obvious call. Right?
She's just double-checking. Just double-checking.
Just make sure that's what she has.
Just double-checking. The case king.
I've misread my cards before for a lot of money, so I don't blame her.
Look, she's like, let me just double-check. Yeah. The worst is like on the PLO hand. Some players always forget you have to play 2 in your hand. They're like,
right.
I have 3 of a kind. I'm like, no, bro, you don't have 3 of a kind.
I remember playing PLO years ago, and people would have like the ace of spades, and the board would be 4 aces of spades, 4 spades.
Yep.
And they think they have a flush, and they're potting the river.
Yeah. Let's take a look at these chip stack sizes. I'll pull up some of these other statistics. Oh, see, up at the top, 8,600. Jeremy, about 2K. Mighty Hammer, about 1,800. Everybody else in between. Let's take a look at these cumulative winnings. Hand 30. OFC, near the top. At the top. Not near the top. At the top.
4,600.
Yeah. And again, about an hour into the stream, OMGITSVARIANCE down about 3K.
I think OFC had a big win on last Saturday as well.
I think actually on Saturday I don't remember. I think he was stuck a ton and then like got to like break even.
Okay. I know he cashed out a lot. Ace Jack from Jeremy, 150. They must be putting the quarter on Straddle then.
Yeah, it must be.
5, 10, a quarter.
Probably originated from OFC. I wouldn't be surprised if OFC was the one that said, hey, let's make this 5, 5, 10.
Right. And then let's get the Straddle on top of that.
You guys want to make this 5,100? Oh, okay. 200 straddle, 400 straddle. Let's go.
I actually prefer the game to be 3 or 4 blinds. There's no chopping.
That's an interesting. I'll ask you a question about that.
Okay.
All right, both players, Jeremy and OFC, flopping top pair, top kicker. Neither player going anywhere here. Eight of spades. Jeremy with the ace of spades. I don't think it's going to be relevant in this hand, especially concerning his stack sizes.
Yeah, I think Jeremy's gonna
just rip it.
Yeah, at $500 here, I just can't see him wanting to call, but he does. I don't see him folding pretty much most rivers, right?
SPR.
Oh, I guess check.
Yeah. Got to chop up a little bit of Moneymaker's money there. 94 viewers in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like, share, subscribe button. Help us with the algorithm. Again, you're here for a Thursday special. Again, it was supposed to be originally a 5-5 master stack. Right before the stream turned into 5-5-10.
Why are more blinds better?
Yeah, answer that question. So on a Friday stream, before we put this big game tomorrow with the 25-50, 50 big landing.
Yeah.
I asked some of the players, I text some players that are playing tomorrow. I said, hey, do you guys want to play 25-50 with a 50 big blind, or do you guys want to play 25-50, 100 3 blind? 3 blind with the 100. 3
blind with the 100, yeah.
And so all of them said they didn't care. Like kind of the new trend on cash
is putting the ante on the big blind, right?
So I just wanted to know like what your thoughts were on that. Obviously, I don't play that big.
So it's funny because where I'm from. Like, say that we're playing 2-5, and they're like, hey, let's play 2-5-10. Sometimes those games would get really tight when that happens.
Okay.
But it depends on the game. But what I've noticed, like Texas and California especially, I love the 3 blinds for the sole reason that when he said, why is 3 blinds better? Well, it does make the game bigger, which I do enjoy. But there's 3 people with money committed.
Right.
And I'll get back to it after this hand here. It looks like, oh, my God, it's variance. Got 2 kings. Raising to 75, Moneymaker 3-betting, 225, Queen Jack of Hearts. Carlos with Ace King, wow.
All these players with big hands.
Big hands. Mighty Hammer with almost a Jack 4.
Yep. Just ship it.
Yeah, imagine if he had Jack 4 there.
Let's see what OMG Variance is going to do here. He's going to come in for the 4-bet. So what's going to size in 600? 700? 825.
And I think Moneymaker's probably going to fold, but I think Carlos is either calling or shipping it. One of two. I'd be very surprised.
I don't see Carlos shipping Ace-King offsuit out of position. Again, OMG Variance has been playing relatively snug.
Right.
Has the second lowest VPIP.
I don't see Carlos just folding. I think he does at least make the call. He might not ship it here, but I think he's putting the 600 in for sure. It's a tough hand to want to fold. Oh, he might put the fold in. Wow.
Yeah, what a fold there by Carlos.
Disciplined fold.
Now, Carlos has been playing a lot of streams both between us and TCH. He's been playing well, but he's just been getting wrecked.
Getting bad card distribution as well.
Not even bad, just bad runouts.
Bad runouts.
You know, like straight over straight, you know, nuts versus second nuts.
Right, and just nothing you can really do about certain situations. You're just going to lose.
Yeah, as a poker player yourself, when you grow through those like stretches, like what do you do to mentally get back on the grind?
Me personally?
Yeah, personally. I just want you know,
so
I like to hear like players' answers about that.
You know, I think everybody's answer is going to be different, but my answer is I just continue playing because if I feel like that I'm playing well, then I'll just continue to play. Because if you're playing a stake to where you can't afford to lose, then obviously you probably shouldn't be playing that game. But, you know, everybody's financial and situation is different. But when I'm losing, you know, my opinion, you should just embrace losing. Just get used to it. Learn to like it.
Fair enough.
Because it's part of the game. It truly is. To get mad and upset and want to kick yourself in the leg about it or, you know, beat yourself up over it. Unless you're doing something that's making you lose by playing poorly and you recognize that, that's when you should evaluate yourself. But if I'm playing well and I got the money to continue playing, I'm not going to quit. Because, like, you might be in a game that's fantastic and, yeah, you're losing in it. But if you're playing well, that game's not going to be here tomorrow. So I'm not leaving. Lock the doors. And Queen of the Felt, King 5 of Hearts.
I'm just going to make the call here. Not going to be folding. If you're going to call and you flop top pair, you should never be folding. Except a little gutter draw there. Would have been nice if that was like the 2 of Hearts.
2 of Hearts.
Yeah, 2 of Hearts would have been like a really, really great card.
Right. Looks like she's going to take a shot out of here.
Over bet pot here. Going to put OMG Variance in a tough spot.
They're playing some poker today.
Yeah, lots of poker. 2 of spades brings in some additional draws. Gutter, backdoor spade draw. 4 of clubs.
That makes her straight. There it is. So now I think she's going to follow up with another bet for sure. I'm thinking,
interested to see what sizing she's going to use here. Obviously, she's going to target an ace.
I'm thinking maybe 500, maybe higher.
Looks like she's going to go for
She likes to bet pretty big, right?
Yeah, 900.
Because she bet big on the turn. 800.
Yeah, pretty close to pot.
Yeah. And he called.
Snap call.
Snap call. Faster than I could have said call.
Yeah. What a river card there for the Queen of Felt again. All the way from Florida. Play TCH's stream Tuesday and Wednesday. Play on our stream tonight and Saturday. Doing a pretty good job so far tonight. Let's take a look at these cumulative winnings here. Obviously the biggest winner here. Queen of Felt now second in winnings. About $700. Carlos 400. Wolfgang 300. All the players down. No one down a ton with the exception of OMG Variance there. Lost on the river there. I think she bricks there. I think she just checks back knowing that he has an ace.
Yeah. I think she has to check. She bet so big on the turn that she knew that was a great card for her, and obviously it makes her hand. So if she misses, I think she definitely checks. As for the 3 blinds, again, I didn't finish on it. You know, there's more people committed to the pot, so there's no chopping, and people defend more often because now you have 3 blinds in there, so the guy in the big blind and the 3rd blind defend more often than say it was 2 blinds and you get, you know, fold a lot more often. I think it makes the game better because of that, but some games it actually makes them worse. But the Saturday game, I like. You got 3 blinds, and then everybody just goes, "Hey, let's just make it 4 blinds." And I'm a catalyst for it. So
Right.
I like it. Me personally, I like making the game bigger, but that can be costly if I'm in a stake to where I don't want it to be bigger either.
Jack 4 game.
Now we're cooking. And Carlos calls King 10 of spades.
I think Sam's just gonna barrel.
Yeah, I think he's gonna
like,
barrel.
Yeah, unless it's like a horrible like flop and turn.
Right.
Obviously.
Well, he flopped a pair.
Yeah, he does have the best hand currently. Carlos with some backdoor draws, backdoor spades. I wonder if he's gonna do something crazy like check raise.
I can see that if Carlos decides, hey, I'm just gonna barrel here, and he checks.
5 of hearts. Just gonna check here. Carlos is gonna take a stab. Gonna just check here. 2 of spades. He's in a 4-line into a straight. Oh, and he gets.
And he gets the 50s as well.
Carlos saying sorry. He wanted to.
That's the one thing I like about here in Texas. You can play these side games, you can play the side bets, and this is what poker's about. Poker's about having fun, gambling, get in there and play. Not this robotic stuff that you see elsewhere. People like to gamble here, and that's what I really enjoy.
Nearly 100 viewers. Actually, just kidding. 100 viewers in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. I need you all who are in the chat to like, share, and subscribe. Help us grow the stream. We're trying to make this good for you guys and girls in the chat. Equal opportunity live stream.
So what does the point system do?
So it's kind of like a lot of these people are poker players that watch the stream. So like the stream life, it's a game where it's a fun game. It's like a free game, free points. Like the more you interact with the chat, the more points you get.
Okay.
The more active you are in the chat, you can do super chat donations. People can donate money to the live stream,
right,
and whatnot, and then they can just gamble. It's just for fun.
Okay.
Like degeners being degen.
So you asked me what I do about when things aren't going my way. What do you do? What's your opinion?
So for me, I take breaks.
And that's a good thing to do as well.
Now, lately, like I was telling, Kim and Hayden, I was telling, my lady, that I have to have like this killer mentality when I sit at the table.
Right.
Like I'm nice to everybody, I'm talkative, but like I need to feel like I have an edge at the table.
But you want to come to win.
But I want to come to win, correct?
Yeah.
And so lately, board runs out 2 pair. Carlos with the best hand, the ace kicker here. Second nuts with the queen there. Carlos picking up a small pot. So for me, if I'm being honest, as of yesterday, like I wasn't running well, but also I wasn't playing as well as I should have.
Right.
Right. And so like I'm okay with not running well and getting sucked out on.
Okay.
I don't do well with not playing well.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was saying earlier. Like if you kind of recognize, hey, look, I'm not playing well myself, then you should probably not play unless you are playing.
100%. And so I was playing a lot more passive than I normally do.
Right.
And I'm like, I lost like 2 sets. It'd be one of those sessions where I was just playing 1-2 because I'm here a lot. So like I play before the stream or after the stream kind of thing.
Right.
And I'm like, I'll lose back-to-back $800,000 sessions, and I'll win a $300 session. Lose back-to-back 800. It's just like
and then it's
like
it's
really
brutal.
Yeah. So like when I sit down and I'm like, oh, I wonder how bad my losing session is going to be. That's a really horrible mentality.
Yeah, you're already beat.
Yeah. Carlos here with the Jack 4 wanted to get SamClarkPoker back.
OFC with the 6-4 hearts.
He wants to call.
He wants to get in there. So he's trying to find a reason.
He wants to call so bad.
He's like, man, I just really put this
Carlos. He's like, against maybe like Khabib. Oh, it could get around at this.
If it was against Khabib, he calls.
Show it.
And he wins the 50s. Yeah.
Let's go, Carlos. Playing the Jack 4 game tonight.
That's what I like to see. And this is the stuff you don't get to see in casinos. People don't get to play the Jack 4 game and throw the 50s out there. That's what I love. It's encouraged here. It's a lot more fun.
Yeah, it was so funny because, like I said, I've only been playing for a little over 2 years now.
Yeah.
And so I'm just a generous person. So when I'm tipping, whether it's here, anywhere, I tip relatively well.
Yeah.
Compared to a lot of, hey, Ralph, sorry about that. Just commentating, Chad, and hope you're doing well. I remember when the first time I went to Vegas, I sat in the first room I ever went to was the Bellagio, just because it's the Bellagio.
Yeah, that was the place, the prestige place.
So I played, I think like their $130 to $300 cap or something like that. So I played, and I won a big pot. That was like a $700 pot.
Yeah.
And I tipped her a Redbird.
Right.
It was an Asian lady dealer. She's like, "You want change?" I'm like, "No, just keep it. I'm only here for fun."
Sure.
And she like looked at me like, "Oh my gosh, I see a Redbird at 1-3."
Right, like a big deal. Yeah.
And
For sure.
I was telling people about that. I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny because I'm from Texas. We just a lot of the players, outside of like, some players will tip like the $1-2, but
yeah,
like, a lot of the recreational players, tip well because they're just here for fun, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Tyler, you've never been to Vegas?
Tips.
What the hell? Hey, you've never been to Vegas? We'll take a trip out there. DJing out there for a little bit.
This would be a good flop. Somebody had Jack 4.
Yeah, right. Carlos here going to float with overs. 6 of hearts.
OC with the best hand.
Yeah, turn 2 pair here. I think he's going to he's just going to check back. He gets turn some showdown value. He's not 8 of hearts. Still has the best hand.
Probably just going to be check here. There, yeah.
Tyler, Vegas is cool. It's okay. Like when you go out to Vegas, how long do you stay out there for? When you go.
When I did go, 2 weeks. I played the main event one time, and I think I may end up going out again this year to play the main event. To me, it's just another place to play poker.
Right.
The first time experience is where all the, where it's really worth going to. There's a lot of stuff to do out there besides poker,
For sure.
Great shows. There's great food. There's some world-class food out there. But, the only time I would go to play poker is when the World Series is going on. You're going to play one of those events or something like that. But for the most part, I'd rather be here in Dallas.
Yeah. Tournament poker it's a beast in itself.
Yeah, not something that I'm super into. Prefer cash games. I like leaving when I want to leave. Hammer, 2 5s.
Just going to limp the straddle here. OMG probably going to raise it.
Yep. Quarter. Wolfgang, the other 2 5s. I mean, I see him putting the 125 in for sure.
Looks like he wants to do a little something spicy. Oh, he's just going to make the call.
Just a call.
For those of you in the chat, when you got to Vegas, what do you guys like to do out there? Let me give you guys some points for being awesome people. Let me give you guys just a bit. It's about 2K points.
When I first saw that, I was laughing really hard.
Everybody was like,
"It was pretty funny."
Everybody was like screenshotting it to me Friday, Saturday.
And you get points, and you get points.
Everybody gets points.
Everybody gets points.
Texas over. We're gonna go. This is heads up.
This is Texas heads up.
This is Texas heads up.
So it's 5 ways only.
Way.
5 ways plus.
Carlos flopping top and bottom pair. No player with clubs though.
Do you think that he's going to stab here with the 2 9s?
I think he might. I was going to check back.
Wolfgang's going to check, obviously.
Maybe he may take a stab here. I don't know.
And he was thinking about getting a little spicy pre-flop, and now I feel like, well, he checked back.
All right, now Carlos is going to start betting now. Should be Queen of Hearts. Look at this. OFC now open-ended, but OMG variance of double blocking straights. I don't see OFC folding in this spot. Maybe. I think he folds.
I don't know. I think he's going to call.
Yeah, okay, he's going to call here.
There it is.
Caesar's Bacchanal is dope. It's like super expensive though.
Wow.
Oh, look at this.
He would have made a set of nines.
Carlos.
Variance would have made a set
This
of
is what I
nines.
was saying. Carlos has been playing well.
And OSC's going to barrel here, and Carlos.
I think he's gonna bet big.
Yeah, and Carlos is probably going to call.
Carlos is gonna snap call.
See him not calling. Yeah, OC's probably going to bet 1,000 or more, and get called.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes pot. Okay. 3/4 pot, maybe. 809.
850.
2/3 pot.
I just can't see Carlos
Folding
making a fold here. Yeah. I just think he's going to call.
Yeah, gonna get the bad news once he makes the call.
And get the bad news for sure. 2 out or 9 on the river.
Goodness gracious.
Man, that's
literally.
That's brutal.
He had 6 outs, 2 nines,
Yeah.
4 aces. All right. Texas Open coming through. 2,000 points coming your way. Give it about 5-10 minutes. You guys can gamble away, DGen. Have a good time here. Let's talk about OFC. The 6th seat. So he owns a bunch of business smoke shops here in the DFW area.
He owns a bunch of them.
Yeah, 15
Really?
years poker. Loves playing the game we're playing. Style of play. He mixes it up very well.
He does. He does mix it up.
Super well.
That man will torture you.
Yeah. And one of the more difficult players I've seen in terms of like, you don't put him on certain hands, and then the bet sizes are just so like, we talk about playing quote unquote balance. It's so unbalanced that it's balanced. If that makes sense, right?
He's tough, man.
Yeah.
He puts your brain in a blender. That's for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Very tricky player. It's a pretty good poker achievement. Being a winning poker player for 15 plus years, that's pretty solid.
That's really solid.
Get 113 viewers in the chat. I need you guys to like the stream. Got some neat streams coming up tomorrow. Going to be our biggest game, 25-50 with a 50 big blind ante.
And what's the min for that game?
5K min.
5K min.
Uncapped.
Uncapped.
So I don't think anybody's going to be buying in for less than 10K. Maybe like somebody will buy in for like 8, but
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's buying in for 5.
Probably at least around 10.
Sam Clark
sure.
here
Flopping.
with the best end.
Wow, and OFC's got ace 9.
All right. How much you want to bet that he hits a 9 on Turner River?
As good as he's running. We could do a sandwich bet.
A sandwich bet?
Sandwich
All right.
bet.
3 of spades.
3 of spades.
The 9's coming.
The 9,
The 9's coming.
I almost want to take your side. the way he's running.
Yeah, I don't see a scenario where OC folds. Let me
No.
phrase that. Well, okay, 1,000. If he calls here, going to be 2,500. Sam Clark's going to have about 1.5 SPR on the river.
Yeah, I think if he calls here, what's it going to be, 3,500 in there in the
Yeah.
skillet? So he'll have pretty close to.
No, so the 1,000 is already included in
the 1,000's already in there.
included.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, so it'll be
2,500.
2,500. So yeah, he will have over pot.
In OFC's mind, this is a weird spot because LFC does have an ace here.
Yeah,
But for Sam to double barrel here,
and OFC has the ace of spades as well. So he has to take a little bit of removal out of his flush, backdoor flush draw
Yeah.
because he has the ace of spades.
I agree with that assessment as well. And you don't see OFC taking a ton of time on his decision making.
I don't think he's going to fold. I think he's
Thinking about ripping it?
Well, I think he's debating, does this guy have me beat or not? And, if he's either going to rip it or call. If he folds here, I'd be really surprised. But I think he's going to put the 1,000 in for sure. I think he's trying to get a little information out of him.
And OFC is really good with the table talk as well.
He does like to do that.
Oh, let's turn the table like let's hear him talk. Sam Clark here just holding it down, stone-faced.
I'm gonna have to get one with you before I leave.
1-2, this money's already in. 1-2, this money's already in.
He said, I think you're bluffing.
Ashley Hine in the chat. Watching your girl play. Look at sick fold. I don't know what he's doing. It's like,
man, he's in the blender a bit.
He did play with Sam last night. That's a good point, Ashley Hine. Action Ashley in the chat. That's her nickname. Lends itself well. Lots of action. Very good player as well. Ashley, hope you're doing well.
What do you think? Do you think OFC is going to fold?
I think he may fold, man.
It's getting leaning towards that point, but I still am leaning towards a call. He's in a really tough spot. I think he knows if he calls that he might have to call a gigantic bet on the river.
Right, and that's what I'm thinking as well. So I think that's what he's thinking. Did he just announce fold?
Did he give up?
Oh, he hasn't.
Yeah, he definitely gave up, yeah. Shows a queen. It's a good fold by OFC.
Does he show the ace or did he show the 9?
I think he showed the 9.
Nice. What a phenomenal fold by OFC there. Ashley, I need you in the booth one day with me as well. Again, this Thursday, special 5-5. What's supposed to be 5-5? 5-5-10 match of stack featuring the Queen of Felt and Wolfgang Poker. Morphed into a 5-5-10 a few minutes before the stream.
Ace queen for Sam Clark under the gun +1. Gonna make
good call. Ashley's calling the fold there.
Absolutely, that was a good fold. How many professionals are in this game right now?
Full-time professionals or
full-time? Yeah.
I think Sam Clark.
Yeah.
I think OMGITSVARIANCE.
Yeah.
He does like a so they play poker professionally, but then have like side jobs.
Sure.
Kind of like right. I would probably put Wolfgang probably like 70-30, maybe like 70% poker player, 30% content creator, German Moneymaker as well.
Right.
I think Jeremy has a full-time job. I'm not 100% positive.
Mm-hmm.
Queen of Felt plays professionally as well.
She plays full-time, right?
Yeah, I think she plays. Ashley, can you answer that question for me?
She's also ambassador for Solve for Why, right?
I actually don't know the answer to that question.
I think she is.
Okay, 6. Ashley's saying 6. It's also like OFC plays everything, like all the big streams. So I gotta put him in like the semi-professional.
Yeah, I mean he plays them all.
So Wayne, Juliet, Sam, Wolfgang, Jeremy. Oh, Jeremy does play full time. I didn't know that.
Wow.
Okay.
Tough
Thanks.
game. There's a bet and a call on the turn.
Sam with the best hand with just ace high. Ambassador, yes. Chris V is her coach. Okay, good deal.
Yeah, okay, so she is for.
Thank you, Ashley.
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
You need something?
No, I'm good, thank you. Bill Copeland just subscribed. Thanks for subscribing. Wolfgang, Queen Jack offsuit, under gun +2. Going to raise it up, 75. Jeremy, 3-betting, 2 9s. Helmuthan. I think Helmuth had 2 black 9s or red 9s. Can't remember. Sam Clark, Ace King. Gonna put in the 4-bet, 700. I honestly can't see how many likes it is at the moment. We got 121 viewers. Wolfgang, 2 black aces. Under the gun, +1.
Felt like you're full of shit the whole time, and you were, and then
Raise it, 40.
Non-straddled pot.
they were great calls until it was.
Surprising.
You would have barreled the river if you really makes no sense.
OFC in there to mix it up with the 8-4 clubs.
He doesn't like to give up his blinds in his straddles.
No, he's defender nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it would have to be like 9-3 offsuit.
It'd have to be really bad.
Yeah, I think he would even call it 7 deuce. All spade board.
Wolfgang's got a pretty good flop here. He's got the ace of spades.
Now Sam flopping top pair though. OFC with middle pair.
Sam's got top pair and a gutter.
Gonna check flop here. Queen of hearts on the turn. See if Sam's gonna bet here. Gonna bet 100.
Sam can make a straight with the jack or the 7, non-spade. Obviously, he wants that. Picked up a few outs on the turn. Wolfgang gonna flat with aces.
Weird run out.
Yeah.
Some weird 2-pair combos get there too.
Yeah, I don't think Wolfgang's got to love that river.
Yeah.
With having 2 aces here. Queen, king, queen 10, king 10. Jack 9 gets on the turn.
Yeah, and I like the check back here. And the reason is because, like, Wolfgang hasn't been doing a lot of betting, 3-betting.
Yeah.
So, like, this run out's really good for him, even though Sam kind of defended the 3rd blind here.
And he checks 2 aces back, yeah.
Gonna take down a little small pot.
That hand played out a little bit different than I thought it would play. I thought maybe
me too.
He would see bet with the ace of spades there.
Yeah, I couldn't see bet there. Probably check turn because it would have been. OC probably would have folded there, even though he had bottom pair. I think Sam would have peeled the flop after flopping top pair. Check turn. Check river. Could have made a little bit of more money. Opts to take the passive, the less variable route there, where
Absolutely.
thinking that's really not a good board. The flop turn, the river, like I said, it wasn't the best run out for pocket aces.
Right. Whoa, Carlos with 2 kings. Maybe he's getting a little bit of run good finally.
Oop.
Uh-oh, that's not good for Jeremy.
Yeah, I think Jeremy's going to fold now.
Right, he's got to hate that.
I think he would have called, actually, and tried to set mine.
Yeah, if he didn't see the
If he
7,
didn't see the
right?
7, so.
Yeah, that hurt his hand for sure.
2 hours into this live stream, Big Brian swapping out with King. Thank you for your 118 viewers here in the chat. Got Eddie the Asian Sensation in the booth. Paul Gator Tassone in the chat or in the live stream commentary booth with me. Very content creator heavy. Very content creator heavy lineup tonight. Wolfgang Poker in the 1 seat. Small win so far. German Moneymaker in the 2 seat. Down about 1,300. Jeremy in the 3 seat. Down about 1,000. Queen of Felt. Very active early on, been quiet the past hour or so. Carlos in the 5 seat. Mighty Hammer. Down about $500-600. OFC big winner so far. Up about 5,200. Sam Clark Poker up a little bit as well, about 1,400. So OMG, it's variance. Down about 4K. Again, still plenty of poker left for these players. Again, let's talk about the Queen of Felt. Again, making her Poker House Livestream debut. Poker player. Been playing poker for 7 years. Favorite game, obviously, here. Playing this one, tight, aggressive. Style of play. Best poker accomplishment, day 5. WSOP main event 2022 this past summer. Also has some four first place finishes in some various tournaments. Who has the flush here? Wolfgang here. That's the Queen of Felt in the 4 seat. All right, get a flip done there. Wolfgang there rivering the flush. No one with better spades there.
Queen of the Felt, she just came down here this week, but I think she's played on other streams in Texas before.
Yeah, I know she's played at TCH a few times. I don't know if she's played anywhere else. I wouldn't be surprised if she played at like the Lodge or anything like that. Wouldn't surprise me. But she plays a lot, I think, at Tampa Hard Rock, right, Ashley? She plays at Hard Rock, correct?
OFC, ace-jack on the button. We know this is going to be a mandatory raise here.
Right.
There it is.
OMG with variance here with pocket 4s. Good set mine here. Again, this is a match of stack game. Current biggest stack right now. OFC with about 9K. Sam Clark. Second with about 6,300. Oh, he's going to come for the 3-bet here.
Wow.
4-bet with the 4-bet, excuse me. 400. OFC here going to snap call on the button position. Oh, it's a bad flop for OMG.
Yep, and he checks and gets a check back from OFC.
Snap check back by both players. Snap check by both players.
Check, check again.
King of Diamonds.
I'm surprised OFC's checked it back twice. Okay, he's going to go for a bet now. You have stream 6 days a week?
Pretty much. So Monday we do like a 1-2 stream. It's kind of like, you know, I talk about it in all our streams. Like we're one of the only live streams across the nation that'll do like low stakes up to like mid, higher stakes.
Right, because a lot of it's like the mid, higher stakes plus, right?
Yeah. So, but we
Or
still
like
try to
5
keep in a 1-2, 1-3 every once in a while. Mighty Hammer, and you're gonna have to respect this because Mighty Hammer, I believe, has the lowest VPIP.
Coming in for 100 with the Jack 4, trying to get those 50s.
And it'll be a good opportunity for him to get back on track here.
Yeah. But OFC, he's not folding.
Yeah.
Got King 9.
Jeremy's gonna not to finish. He's gonna go 3 ways.
Six deuce flop.
Better flop for Wolfgang here.
It's a good flop for Hammer to c-bet.
Yeah. And again, he hasn't played many hands, and he hasn't, raised pre-flop. He hasn't barreled a ton. There it goes right here. He's gonna show it. Everybody's gonna get paid. Now everybody's gonna start to look him up.
There
light.
we go.
Picking up a cool 50 times 8. Asian math.
Asian math.
400. 400. Had to do it quick. All right, thanks, Ashley. She does play at Hard Rock Seminole, so. That's what I thought. I remember her saying that, Ashley. So.
You just play all the live streams?
Hammer, Jack 10 of hearts. Undergun +2. Raising it to 100. OFC, 2 5s. Speed limit hand.
Yeah, 55. Well, ain't nobody driving 55 unless it's raining.
Not here, right?
Not in Texas.
No, they're doing like 95.
Jeremy here, he's going to make the call. Queen of Felt's going to probably defend the straddle. Going to go 4 ways to this flop with about 400 in it.
410 in the skillet. Wow, set of 9s for Jeremy. And top pair for Hammer.
He's just going to check back. Oh, what a bad turn card for him.
Wow.
Turns 2 pair.
I can't see him not getting an all in with Jeremy here.
Yeah, and now this board is very, very connected, very wet. Jeremy's going to come in for the check raise here. I think Hammer's going to come in for the rip after he gets checks raised.
Yeah, I think that he's just going to
Could have like
stick it in.
Turn some like weird combo draw, like queen.
675.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically he's committing his chips here.
The stack sizes aren't like super deep in this hand.
Yeah, he's looking at the stack, looking like he wants to make a move.
He's got to be thinking, his hand's pretty good here.
Right.
I mean, 7-8 gets there, Queen King gets there, Queen 8 gets there, but is he thinking about folding?
Oh my gosh, what
Wow.
a fold!
What a good fold.
I don't know if I'm folding that.
I'm pretty surprised that he did that, but Jeremy, I think Jeremy's been playing pretty snug as well, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, if it's OFC, maybe.
If it's OFC, I don't think he folds.
Yeah, I don't think he's folding. Maybe against Sam Clark, he's not folding there.
He didn't even think about it very long with that hand.
What a high-level fold there.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, obviously a hand like King Queen gets there, 7-8 gets there on the bottom end.
7-8 gets there, Queen
Bottom.
King gets there.
Sets are reading him right there. And for him to come back and check raise here. I have a feeling the cards are not going to be read correctly when that happens sometimes.
Right.
I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, but I'm rooting for everybody else to get hail. That's why I got this on. I don't know. Last year was crazy, and I don't know if I'm going to even do it anymore.
Sam Clark, 8-9 of diamonds.
But I hope
In the hijack.
Talked about this hand mixing it in a little bit. Okay.
Yep.
Moneymaker's just going to call here. Suited connectors.
Carlos with aces.
Hey, yeah.
There we go. 3-bet, 2 1/4.
I think Moneymaker's folding here.
I got his company on the bottom.
Maybe not. Yeah, okay.
Moneymaker's going to go to the flop as well.
3 ways to this flop with about 700 in it.
Last year was crazy.
She was supposed to be Ashley. She's playing the mystery bounty right now.
But I closed up my business in Montana. I mean, I gave
Ashley, I don't think you understand how hard it is to fill these lineups and get commentators. Paul doing a freaking, I wish I could say the F word, but I can't, but doing a freaking great job in the booth.
Thanks so much. I'm happy to be here.
like I'm actually not sure if this is
Auto invite for playing and commentating. Like, if you're bored, say, hey, you got a commentary tonight? Kick him out.
maybe
Yeah, Kim, I think she's trying to get back on the. I just got an update from her.
you and Paintless never
I think she's doing well-ish. So they're at the last break of the night. So I think they're. I don't remember what the payoff is. Pedro Lucas Batista. I don't know what you're saying, but hey. I do recall that, Ashley, we've come a long way here in the live stream. The live stream used to, like, I'm going to say this. It used to suck a lot. But again, like, Eric comes in here doing a phenomenal job of giving me opportunity to kind of help out here in the booth, production, putting these lineups together. Carl, the chat pro in here.
Look at this hand. OOC's got Jack 4 clubs. Sam Clark with 2 queens.
Are they playing just Jack 4 offsuit? Because I've seen some players on the 7 deuce game. It's got to be 7 deuce offsuit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
It might be just Jack 4.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I would assume if he's raising it to 110, right?
yeah. Did he call? Yeah, he wants to see a flop. Let's flop pieces. Oh no, he doesn't. I'm sorry. I thought yeah, Jack 4. Oh my gosh, I'd have been so sick if it was Jack 4 of clubs. The spades.
Right.
It's gonna be a fold here. No backdoor, unless he decides to get really crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and just want to float one, right?
Yeah, he shows a Jack 4 misses.
Is that another one?
It sucked a lot. It's very nice. I don't think I can say donkey balls, but I just did. It was that bad. Don't censor me, YouTube. You want to hear a funny story? Yesterday we did a special 5-5-10 PLO live stream. And so on Wednesdays is one of our busiest days because of Katie's game. So $100 tournament. We had 300 entries yesterday, right?
Wow.
So the whole floor, the main floor, it's empty. And because it was empty, the only thing that was going on in the live stream, so you could hear a lot of the music in the background. Yesterday was the only stream we've ever been demonetized because they said that we were playing unauthorized, unlicensed music.
Really?
Yeah, it was picking it up in the background.
Oh, wow.
So that was the only stream we've ever been demonetized.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so.
Judy, shout out to you. It's nice to hear from you. You need to come down here and get on the stream.
I think she was supposed to contact me about playing the stream.
Yeah, I think so. Judy, I'd like to be in the same game that you're in, just like the old days. Me and Judy used to play 2-5 together years ago, and Judy used to torture me.
No, so Ashley, he plays the Saturday 5-5-10. She's talking about you. After this game, we're going to pull up the booth. Look there. It's Paul Gator Tassone in the booth. Eddie the Asian Sensation. What's going on, Ashley?
Hey, Ashley.
Action, Ashley. When you get time, we'll do like a 2-5 live stream. We'll get you in there. Mix it up. Pew, 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 pew. All right, let's take a look at these stats. About halfway through this stream, OC up about 5,300. Sam Clark up about 1,200. The Queen up about 650. I didn't get it, Judy. I double checked. I'll double check here in a second. Moneymaker down about 1,700. OMGITSVARIANCE having a tough night here, down about 4,300. Vinicius Lima. This is a cash game. This is a Again, it was supposed to be a 5-5 match to stack, but it is actually right before the game started, 5-5-10 match to stack.
It's variance here of Ace King raising to 75 plus 1. Jeremy in the cutoff, couple of meat hooks is what they call it from where I'm from. 2 jacks.
I wonder if OMG Variance just wants to get it in. It's like definitely could call. Like it's like, what 4-bet size do you have where that kind of going all in? Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you had like 3K, you definitely. Jeremy here gonna snap call.
You like to run it twice?
So okay, I'm not gonna lie. I generally run it once. So if I'm playing like, let's say I'm playing round of each, or like, right?
Okay.
Hold'em, I usually run it once, and then PLO, I'll run it twice because it's just so high variance.
Yeah, I get that.
But lately, I'm not gonna lie, because I've been running like when I play 1-2 here, I've been running it twice at 1-2.
You can run it twice at 1-2?
Yeah, we can run it twice at 1-2. Yeah, but it's kind of like it's
cool.
Oh,
ouch. Well,
that's actually good. That's good for OMG because it's a good shot.
You're running it twice.
Good shot at chopping this pot.
There it is. Yeah, and he has less likely to get jack now. Case jack. Yep.
Chop pot here.
You know, for me to run it twice, I usually say this. I run it once, but I'll let you pick.
Yeah, and so, okay, probably 4 or 5 weeks ago, like, I'll go to a table, whether it's a live stream table or regular play, I'm like, before I sit down, I'm just like, just want to let everybody know I run it once.
Yeah, I like to tell people I run it once usually. I prefer to run it once, but if it's a big pot and somebody says, hey, Paul, run it twice, I say, listen, I run it once, but I'll let you pick, and it just kind of leaves it on them. But preference, I'd rather run it once.
Yeah.
If I'm going to suck out, I want to suck out once.
Because it's hard to suck out
I'm going to suck out twice.
Carlo with the run it once, Max Payne.
How long would you like stay in a place post hailstorm?
I'm not going to lie, the other day I got it all in, and I was just like, what do you want to do? He's like, run it twice. I was like, I'll run it twice. At 1-2. That's how not confident I feel right now. That's why I was like, I'll run it twice. And I'm like, after it, I'm like, what? Did I just run it twice at 1-2? Like, what a weenie.
You got to get a couple winners in there.
Right? Who's Pedro Lucas?
Queen of the Feld here, 3-betting 2 9s. One of my favorite hands, actually.
Oh, is he not going to fold? He's going to defend the big blind 5-deuce clubs. I love it. All right, she should definitely be c-betting here. A really good board for her 3-bet range. Size she's going to go with here. Doesn't need to go big. Oh, see, it's going to float. And she does have the best hand. Some weird turn cards now. He does turn a pair of 5s. She's gonna check back turn.
OSC with the hits the kicker, 5 deuce.
Oh my gosh, OSC, so gross. That's a tough board for her to call that bet on the over bet. Flush draws miss though. She do miss. She's unblocking some of his bluffs. Yeah, so she's gonna fold there. Believe it or not, she actually made the right fold.
Yeah.
So good fold, Queen of Felt there.
I saw that on Poker House. Yes, they have like a 1-2 and $800 cap.
I do like to run it once. I do agree, Ashley. I think I'm just friendly. I'm too friendly sometimes. I just let other people decide about once or twice.
But I was like, oh, that'd be so sick if there was a game with Jackson I could play. I think I saw it though. The cash bar. That sounds familiar.
And again, going to be working on the thumbnail for tomorrow's stream. Probably work on it early in the morning. Finished the thing with donating $3,000 yesterday.
Idaho, it's illegal to play poker. Okay, well, that's, you don't want to do it.
I don't know who that is, Pedro. Is that a player that was in Poker House, or
I grew up and graduated from Post Falls, Idaho.
if so, and he donates $3,000, you can give him my number.
Raise the 75.
Why'd he hammer on the button here?
OFC with Ace Queen. I think he's going to raise, and he did. Was that 250?
That's what it looks like, 250.
Yep, 250.
Wolfgang here.
He doesn't know, but he's in a heap of trouble if he gets an ace high flop.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for the 4-bet here.
Yeah, I can definitely see that from Jeremy.
Yep.
Right? Don't they? I don't know if he can get away with.
I like that. Doug says that if you ask him how many times they're on it, he will say until he wins.
They ran for about
I wish it worked that way.
3 weeks before they got busted. This Indian
OFC looks like he's gonna lay it down. Wow.
Yeah, and Jeremy, I don't recall him having 4-bet today at all. I've seen some raise. I may have seen a 3-bet here, but I don't recall him 4-betting at all. I think that's his first 4-bet of the stream, so that's a really strong 4-bet for Jeremy there.
What'd you have when he did?
7 deuce.
Oh, you won. That's
She
right.
won twice. She won twice.
That's what I said. I should have. And the side How good do you run? Bro, I didn't even blink. I called it that quick.
Sassy in the distance, she's watching. She goes, this Queen of Belts crazy. And then she told me to hand, and I'm in the kitchen drinking, washing dishes.
Like a whole
I like hearing the table talk sometimes. It's fun.
Yeah.
Wait a second. It sounds like it's more calculated than you think.
So a lot of players contact me and they want to play.
Right.
And so
Like literally, I think that's fine.
I'll give them a shot like a smaller stream or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I have some, as weird as it sounds, I have some requirements. And it's like, 1, you can't be a douchebag.
No.
Yeah. 2, you have to have some sort of action. You have to have some interaction at the table.
I kind of figured that.
Yeah, some social media presence. Like, and you don't have to have all of these, right? You just
Right.
have to have like if you're a douchebag, you're just never getting on the stream, right?
Yeah,
If you're
of
just a
course.
douchebag,
Who
you're
would
getting-
want that,
yeah.
though?
Make sure you take care of the dealers kind of thing. So like, and sometimes I'll vet players by asking other players about X and X and X.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I did that with a PLO player. I asked a player that's actually playing in the room right now, hey, have you heard of X? He's like, oh, yeah, he's good action, and he takes care of everybody. He's a nice guy. Okay, cool. You're in
Right,
the
that
future
gets it
lineup.
in.
Yeah, you're in the future lineup. So
I feel like I got really lucky getting in the lineup.
how did you get in contact with me?
So
I don't remember.
I
I was trying to figure out the story with Eric at lunch today.
I called the Poker House. So I had started going back playing live a little bit more since my son was born. Falls my reference. Judy is action, and me and Judy used to play a lot of 2-5 back in West Virginia. Judy is great to play with.
Judy, come
she's
to
fun.
Texas.
She's fun at the table. She talks, and she likes to put the heat on you.
That's good. Come to Texas.
But so my friend was coming into town, and I was like, it'd be really cool if we played against each other on stream. And he's like, well, see what you can do. I was like, all right. So I called down here, and I said, hey, who do I got to talk to get on the stream? Because I kind of
I was in
figured.
the room.
Yeah, you might have been.
I think I was in the room because I tell the people up front if somebody, I didn't mean to interrupt, but sometimes if somebody calls, like just to whatever, and I was just like, all right, I'll take the phone call. I do remember this. Go ahead.
Yeah, and you said, hey, I'm the guy that runs the stream. I actually called like 3 times, and then I finally got a hold of you, and you're like, hey, take my number down. And then I sent a text, and I was like, hey, if I could get on the stream, like, I'm not going to be, I'm not going to try to be bad for it. I'm definitely going to try to have fun on the stream, because I kind of figured getting on the stream, you can't be like some boring douchebag person. Got to have a little personality.
Right.
Things that's going to bring content. People want to view it. People want to watch it. I think on the stream you want to have a show, right? You don't want to have a boring game. So you definitely need those lineups that bring a good show.
Yeah.
And it was the first stream I ever got on, and
I think you were up 15K that stream, right?
yeah, 16,000. Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like the one thing that like was amazing to me was to get on the stream, and it just I ran good in a couple pots, and it was just like I really wanted to see the people that were back there that didn't believe that, hey, Paul plays poker professionally or whatever.
Yeah.
I wanted them to
Show
see.
those West Virginia people.
I wanted some people to really see that, hey, I pulled out a gigantic win. So everything just fell in order. I ran pretty well, got paid off in the right spots, and just had a fun time.
Yeah, and as weird as this sounds, when I have new players that play and I watch, I'm like, obviously, like if your card did, like you were very card did this past Saturday. Like,
Yes.
If that was your first year,
It was brutal.
I would never hold you. I would never hold that against you. But like, I make sure I have some regulars. I'm like, hey, what'd you think about X and X? And they'll be like, yeah. And so like, really good. Like, there's been a couple people that reached out to me. and they say, yeah, I'm a ton of action, blah, blah, blah.
And they're not.
And dude had 7% VPIP and like folded ace king pre-flop in like 1-2-500. And I'm like,
wowzers,
bro,
this is boring.
Like, I'm getting texted like, who is this guy? And I'm like, he's not coming back. He's not coming back. So, Carlos here with the best hand, gonna take it down. Pair of eights.
I think playing on the stream is a lot different than playing off the stream.
Yep.
I really think that people want to mix it up a little bit more.
Okay.
Have a little more fun.
So what's your opinion on playing on the stream? Do you think people play tighter, or do you think they play looser?
I think it depends on who it is.
That's
but
a good.
I think Moneymaker plays the same on and off.
I agree with that.
Stream.
I feel like a player like OFC would actually play more loose on stream than he would be. I feel like he would actually be a little tighter on the table. Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know. I've never played with him off the table, but I feel like, you might get somebody random that might come in and just play like really crazy just to be on the stream, right?
Right.
Or they might be like really tight outside the stream. But I think like for the most part,
Sick Puppy, like the stream. I think that's what happens. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I think some people just love to mix it up more on the stream. I mean, I definitely I like playing on the stream. It doesn't make me nervous. Like some people get nervous.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me.
I think, as weird as it sounds, I did very well and won a big tournament here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was about a 56K score.
That much?
Yeah,
56,000.
Yeah, about 560 players.
Wow.
And I was really weird. A lot of people were like, were you nervous? So I hope she's not listening. Kim's, I live with Kim and Hayden, whatever. They've helped me out in my game. She was asking me, she's like, you look so like calm and, when you won that tournament. She's like, were you nervous? I'm like, not at all. She took me shopping to buy new clothes, and that was so stressful. I was like, it took like 45 minutes to get my pant size right. And then like she's throwing shirts over the thing. I'm like, what? And then like walk out. She's like, why are you wearing that shirt with those pants? I'm like, because that was like the order I was given. She's like, you would actually like wear. I'm like, no, like you're picking out my clothes for me. I was way more stressed at going to express shopping for 2.5 hours than playing for 50, 55, 56K.
More stressful. Way more stressful, right?
And I was like, I need to go to sleep. I need to take a nap. I was not emotionally ready for this. All right, my Sick Puppy, I'll take a look at it. 132 viewers in the chat for this Thursday special 5-5-10 again. A lot of content created.
2 9s again.
Yeah. Non-straddle pot. Been seeing the straddle on a bunch. Queen of Felt with Queens.
2 kings. 2 kings.
Cowboys out of the big blind. Let's see what size she's going to go here.
Let me see.
$150?
Raise a 35. Yeah, I think she's going to go. She should go around 150.
Looks okay.
Might be maybe 175-ish. 175.
Good call, Gator.
There it is.
Put him in, coach. Carlos here. Going to have fold here.
Yeah, definitely going to fold.
I don't see OMGITSVARIANCE folding. He may fold here.
He only got 1,500.
Yeah, he's going to call. He's going to be in position over. He's going to evaluate a flop.
Jeremy's going to make the call too, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's getting decent price with suited Broadway cards.
He can get a pretty good flop. Jack King 9 flop would be crazy.
Go right.
Oh! Whoa! Wow. So variance with a full house. Queen of the Felt with a full house as well. Wow.
And I think like if somebody has an ace, they like just have an ace in this spot. It's kind of like
you got quads. You got quads, right?
Take my money.
She's got the second nuts.
Yeah.
The virtual nuts, basically.
I think
variance has got to be going nowhere here.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Seven of hearts doesn't change anything. You think she try to get tricky here? Check back, let him blast.
I think she's gonna bet.
Small 500.
She's got to hope that he has a
pocket pair like he has.
Yeah,
right
like he has.
10s, 9s through jacks.
It's a lot harder for a king to come off if he's holding the king queen holding or something. And with his call on the flop, we have to assume that he doesn't have 2 high cards.
Yeah.
and has to be a pair. So I like her bet on the turn.
Small enough for him to call and have to get in on the river.
Yeah, and
SPR is going to be called 1,800. He'd have 700, 18,700. About 0.4.
I gotta assume if he calls here, he's calling the river.
Yeah,
on pretty much most cards. He has to assume that if she's betting here, that she probably has a paired.
Yeah, she's gonna snap. I think she's gonna snap.
There it is. Yeah, she's not gonna fold. She's definitely gonna snap call.
She's like running 5 times. I don't know what you two are up to. I had this.
Yeah, guys, I'm down to the night.
All right.
Wait, the walkway.
OMG variance done for the night. Unfortunately, I agree. Actually, it's rip or fold.
Yeah, he didn't have much money left as well. Remember somebody said to me, they said, well, how's 1-2 in Texas? I said, well, let me tell you a story. So, we're playing in an online game once. $4,000 max 1-2 game. It's not a 1-2 game.
Yeah.
It's more like, 5, 10, 10, 20.
I remember when I went down to Rounders in San Antonio. It was 1-2, 70% of the biggest stack. I bought it for $4K.
Right.
I had 2,000 big blinds at 1-2. That's stupid.
And the raise is always really big.
Yeah.
So I tell this guy, I said, I played an $8,000 pot pre-flop. One guy has 6-7, and I got 2 queens. I said, that you can only do that in Texas. Now tell me what 1-2 game you can get in and play that.
Never.
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 Crazy. The action's so good. Like yesterday, I was in for like 650 at 1-2. Just I did a little stream. I did a stream, the PLO stream. Then I stayed to kind of help for like the night stream, whatever. And so I played for like 4 hours last night. Just waste some time, whatever.
Right.
And it was just so frustrating because like everybody was punting to everybody except for me.
Except for you.
Yeah, and I was just like, this is so frustrating. Look at this flop. Oh, Jeremy here going to take it down.
There's nothing more frustrating than when you're playing a game, everybody else is punting it away, and you're not getting a penny of it.
Like, and like the punters are punting to the other punters, and I'm like,
it just give you a piece of it, right?
It's like one time, like
just getting one pot.
And I'm down, like I said, buck 50. I'm patient, and I defend the button, like 6-5 of diamonds, and it's all diamond flop. And the guy's just like on tilt. This guy's on tilt, and he just rips it for 425, and I just re-rip my stack to ISO.
Right.
And he's like once or twice, and like I said, I had the flush, and I was like, you could have the ace of diamonds or top pair, with a redraw to the. And I was like, run it twice. Dude caught me with like top pair with no diamond. Top pair, and I was like, well, I'm in good shape, so. All right, they're not playing 7 deuce, but playing jack 4. Wrong cards.
Not much going on this end. OFC going to flat, and Sam Clark raising it to 100.
Actually, Shri, to answer your question about action, so it's like you had a question about action. Just for the record, Shri, I don't bluff those players at 1-2. I actually rarely bluff in a 1-2. Not to like give away my strategy because people just don't fold in 1-2. I'll bluff at 2-5 and above.
Do they fold in 2-5?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Like as weird as this sounds, okay, I would feel more. I know you didn't watch it. There was a 1-3 stream or a guy named Justin, great action, nicest guy, but just doesn't fold.
Right.
I would feel more comfortable bluffing Moneymaker
Than somebody else.
than like a guy like Justin.
Right, of
And
course.
the reason is like Moneymaker could be like, okay, this guy has a removal and like he could be bluffing, what kind of combos and blah 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 blah. Like I know he's gonna think about that. Where this other guy's like, I got ace high, I'm gonna call. Like everything misses, I'm gonna call.
I'm calling.
Right, I'm calling.
He's just like, I do not care.
I I don't think you should just attack punters with bottom of range. I don't know. Would you agree with me? I don't really attack. I don't really attack players that call loose with bluffs. I will attack them with value.
Oh, you decide you think you're going to fight fire with fire and bluff the bluffer?
Yeah. It depends, Tree. Not really. I probably wouldn't try to bluff mystery. I'd probably bet more for value against, like, on players that I know are sticky. Let's say I fold, like, let's say the board is like ace, queen, 8, and I flop bottom set, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'll bet small to kind of gauge, players, and then like I'll maybe overbet turn.
Right.
I know this guy's never folding an ace, and then like go 80% to full pot on the river to get max value.
Yeah.
So, Mitz, I'll pull up the cumulative wins here in a bit. Again, about 2.5 hours into the stream, about 60 hands in so far. This is hand 61, I believe. Queen of Felt gonna call.
Hammer. 2 queens.
All right, gonna come in here for a raise.
Did he flat?
No, he's raising.
Oh, okay. It says on my screen 7.
All right.
Oh, he's putting the raise, and I see it now.
400, 500, big bet.
Wow. That is quite the big bet.
It's a good squeeze. Sam Clark here. Oh, with Jack 4 can't. Yeah, he wants to. He thought he had fancy. He's like, thought about it, but now I can't. Mr. Regis sitting down. Local legend attorney here. I got to show you this. Everybody loves Regis. He's a club favorite. He plays like a lot of the next gen 2.5 1500 cap. You wanted to know if he can get in this. And I said, maybe be on the alternate list.
Right.
So a couple weeks ago, I gotta show you this picture. It's so funny. He flopped trip aces. All right, this is funny. Dude was eating an ice cream cone. Like super gangster. You're just eating an ice cream cone. Where is it at here? Let's see here. Like a boss. Just eating an ice cream cone like a champ. And so I made this Thug Life meme right here with the sunglasses and the hat. Thug Life with Trips eating an ice cream cone like a champ.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Mighty Hammer here on the button.
Absolute legend.
Picking up some cards finally.
When it's back and the dent is there, sometimes I have to hold it right.
Yeah, the Hammer's getting a couple hands.
Yeah, it was really really spot dead for a good portion of the beginning of the stream. All right, let's take a look at these cumulative winners. I'll get to your question, Shri. Wolfgang, OFC still the biggest winner so far, about 5,200. Queen of Felt, 2,300. It's a day of content creators right here. All the content creators up about 300. So Wolfgang up a little bit. Moneymaker down about 1,800. Again, OMG variance. If you're wondering why, like, how are these guys up X and all these down there? OMG, who was in the 9th seat, was felted and opted not to reload. So that's that, and that's where, if you run the math, and that's where the rest of the loss are. So why don't you? Shri is asking, how about trapping? Do you bet for value against the action player? Is it worthwhile check calling with the nuts to allow for all bluffs versus marginal showdown value hands? It's a very good question.
I think that it's going to really relay down to if that action player is going to pay you off or not.
Right.
If you're check calling, are they going to really bet that river, or are they going to check back?
Right.
So, to answer the question, what kind of action player are they? Are they a player that's just blasting off and bluffing, or are they an action player but they're really educated on how they bet?
Right.
Are they playing good hands and they kind of know where they're at, or playing bad hands and know where they're at, or they just don't know what they're doing? So I would say if they don't know what they're doing, then it would be a lot easier to check call. But
yeah,
if it's a guy that wants to put you in really bad spots, I think check calling is fine too. Yep. But if you're certain that they're going to check back the river, then you're going to have to bet yourself, because some people don't like to bet for you.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I agree. That's a very good point. I couldn't agree with that more. Again, like if it's a player that I know is going to blast off on me no matter what, I'll like check call.
Right.
If I know it's a player that doesn't necessarily blast off, but they don't like to fold, I'll blast on them.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
There's
So-
that too. So there's different points of action.
Jack 4. Mighty Hammer coming up with it again. Yeah, he can't do anything this time because he got 3 bet. He wants to.
I just don't think he's going to cold 4-bet with Carlos 3-betting.
Yeah, right. I
you
agree.
know?
I think if like Queen felt like just called the straddle and then Carlos raised, he may try to 3-bet that in, but not a 3-bet from especially from middle position. Early position open, middle position 3-bet. Yeah. Queen felt getting good price here to set mine.
See if we get an 8 on here.
OFC, this okay. OFC only has a 50% VPIP, but he still has the highest VPIP.
Yes.
I don't think Queen of Felt can fold here just yet. Yep.
No, I think she's going to make the call here.
Yeah, it feels like an ace-king board or something like that. Then she's folding probably, but
Yeah.
10-9 board. Okay, now this is the cards.
a
If they can
bad
slow down
call.
some action.
This might slow down Carlos as well.
I like to see him barrel here.
Well, here he goes.
Definitely going to bet. Small, very value-heavy bet, too.
Yeah, 400.
Mitz, I'll get to your question here in just a second. I didn't ignore it. JSCO saying, what's good, boys? Thanks for tuning in the chat. Eddie, the Asian sensation. Paul Gator to Sony in the booth with me as well.
JSCO, what's up?
You know that person?
No, I
Okay.
was just saying hi because he said hi.
We'll say that back. King of Clubs. Okay, I think this is going to go check.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to bet if you're getting called on the turn.
So that's a really good question you had, Mitz. We have a lot of different live streams. So Sundays, there's a 2-5. That's the next gen live stream, and it's a 1,500 cap. I can put you in touch with one of the boys if you're interested in playing that. They like to they have some regular players in that stream. That is the only 2-5 stream we have. Not opposed to adding one or putting one in there. Right now, the schedule as is Sunday 6 to 10, next gen 2-5, 1,500 cap. Monday is like a 1-2 or 1-3. So the 1-2 would be a 500 cap. The 1-3 would be a 1K cap. Tuesday, we take the day off, but we don't take the day off. We just obviously stream, so we're doing like a lot of social media and stuff like that day and getting ready for the week, finalizing lineups. Wednesday, yesterday was a special. We usually don't do a day stream, but at night we record the final table over the live stream. Thursday is usually PLO, but we have a special game because the Queen of Felt is in. Friday, 5-10-25, match of stack, which tomorrow is not going to be 5-10-25. It's going to be 25-50 with a 50 big blind ante. And going to have Jay win. I got some big local players playing that. And then Saturday from 6 to 10 is going to be 5-5-10. So lots of different live streams. I've said this before in the past. March is kind of an experimental month for us. I'm actually going to post some links in the YouTube. If you're interested in playing any of the streams, I'll put a form in there that you can fill out. And for all these people, would love to get your feedback on the stream tonight outside of the technical difficulties that we've had, about ways to improve the stream here. Now, Mr. Regis does not like to fold pre-flop. Gonna go multi-way to this flop.
Oh, man.
What's okay?
Wolfgang flops the nuts. Mr. Regis with top pair. Sam Clark with the West Virginia Big Slick.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I don't know why they call it that, though.
Oh, dude, that's dope. I would have never guessed that. 7-9 suited is West Virginia.
7-9. Yeah, serious.
Shit, I'm adding that to my repertoire.
If Jim Boyd's in the chat, he could tell us.
Thanks, Ashley. It makes it easier when I have I'm not saying that I've had co-commentators in the past that were not good, but Gator's doing a effing great job in the booth, making it fun. All right, I foresee a raise here.
So I've never seen Mr. Regis, but I've heard about him.
He loves to play. He does not like to fold.
You think he's going to get sticky here on this flop?
Again, he's like a super fan favorite.
So he bet 450.
And he probably thinks his hand is good here. He's going to be a raise here. Going to pretty much force Mr. Regis to get his chips all in. Yeah, I'm going to get him an ice cream cone, Tammy.
Thank you, Ashley.
You need to play. Ashley is awesome. She's a great ambassador for DFW Poker A. Be a great poker player. And she's just fun. She's a fun gal.
Awesome.
Could make the call, setting up SPR 0.3.
If he calls 1,000 on the flop, he's not going to fold the turn.
Yeah, and then the 3 of spades changes nothing, so. Oh, snap. Mitts. Get my number from Alex. I didn't realize that you were his editor. Dope sauce. Did I just say dope sauce on freaking air? Oh my gosh, I'm 40 and trying to pretend like I'm 25. I'm not.
Wolfgang's all in. I don't see Mr. Regis folding.
Yeah.
He only has 1,000?
Oh, good.
Wow.
That's the best fold I've ever seen Mr. Regis make ever. Mr. Regis.
He's playing above the rim today.
Yeah, for sure playing above the rim. All right, let me pull this. All right, this link that I'm posting is if you're interested in playing the live stream. I didn't even like the live stream myself, which is not good. I did just say that in live, Tammy. That's my lady. Let's see here. I just said that. Mr. Regis is literally a fan favorite. Oops, that's not good.
OFC mixing up with the 8-9 offsuit, raising 75. Mr. Regis, ace queen off in the cutoff. Call of 75.
All right, link right there if you're interested in playing live stream. All 55 of you viewers in the chat would love to have you guys. Contact me. And over the past couple of weeks, man, I've had, had that lady, Baby Shark.
Yeah.
Came in from Missouri. Had some people from Washington, Oklahoma, Florida, Illinois.
Getting a lot of people outside DFW coming in.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, because we get, it's hard to get on some of these other streams because they're like really, really big stakes.
Yeah, some of it's really, really big.
And so, like, it's easier for someone to come in for a 2-5 or a 5-5-10 or even a 5-10-25.
Yeah.
And kind of get a shot to play. And so, like, I've been getting a lot. Everybody, thank you very much. Mitts, you can definitely get it from Wolfgang. I may have it open Saturday for 5-5-10.
I mean, in the 2-5 and 5-5-10 games, they're not small. Nothing is small about it.
Mr. Regis here. And Mr. Regis, I don't think has played with, he may have played with, he's played with probably Hammer on the floor here before. Maybe Jeremy, but I'm very certain he's never played with any of these other players. So, Mr. Regis, he just likes to get it. Dude's a super successful attorney. So him and Carlos know each other. So I didn't know if you knew this, but Carlos used to be a judge.
He was talking about that the first time I played with him.
So,
and I think he was judging a case actually.
Yeah.
When he came down, when I first played with him.
Yeah, there's a meme, Mitts. I gotta find it. It's like, I play 1-2 Texas Hold'em. I play Hold'em. I play 1-2 Hold'em in Texas. We are not the same.
Yeah, I agree. It is not the same as what people's used to. OFC with 2 7s raising to 100. Sam Clark was 7-8. I think he folded.
I think Mr. Regis actually has more than
Regis.
I think that's more than.
Yeah, it looks more than what it was reading, right? Jeremy ace deuce diamond. Carlos going to make the call, Jack 9 offsuit. 3 ways to the flop, 3-10 in the skillet. Queen, deuce, 5, 2 hearts. Carlos checks. OFC, 100 and a quarter.
Mitz, if you're in Austin, like I said, Jaywin's coming up to play tomorrow on Saturday stream. So, like, if you have his number, you get my number from him. You get my number from, I think, like 70% of DFW has my number now. You know, here's my biggest thing on Tilt. Okay, everybody can have my number if they want to get on the stream. That's cool. It doesn't bother me.
Right.
I'll get the text saying, "Hey, do you have a seat on Saturday?" First of all, how the hell did you get my number? 2, who are you? like, at least tell me who you are,
right.
and tell me who you got my number from, right?
So some of these gentlemen here, like Wolfgang and Sam Clark. So I know they're vloggers and they do the YouTube stuff. Did you guys reach out and invite them, or they just reached out, or?
So Queen of Felt reached out. So let me backtrack. Ashley Hine in the chat reached out to me. She knows I kind of help with the production, commentate. So she reached out to me. It was saying, "Hey, is there any way that Queen of Felt?" So then she put me in contact with her. So that's how I got in contact with the Queen of Felt.
Okay.
With Wolfgang, he was here for like 5 days. December?
Oh, December.
Yeah, and so I said, "Hey, we've been doing a really good job trying to improve the live stream. Whenever you come back in town to visit, you know, would love to have you play the stream because I think the stream's going to be a lot more solid when you come back."
Right.
Gave me his number. I kind of text him like once a month, like, "Hey, you plan on coming to Dallas?" And
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, I plan on coming to Dallas this week," or like whenever this week. And I said, "Okay, perfect, cool, that's great." And so it just worked out. And I think Sam's visiting, hanging out with Wolfgang. So
Okay.
Frankie was supposed to play, then Jello was supposed to play. It didn't work out with the scheduling, so he was in town. And so like, you know, the next gen guys, they have their own stream, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like they gave it up Sam Clark. So that's how we got it. Jaywin, how did I get in contact with him?
King, Queen of Spades, Moneymaker raising at 75.
Moneymaker been pretty quiet tonight. Hasn't played a ton of hands, down about 1,800.
I feel like when you start playing the stake of like the 5-10 and a quarter, you know, when you start getting the quarter blind, that's when you're really playing for a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, 5-10, you're playing for a lot, but when you get in the 10 quarter plus, you're really playing for a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Stack size, you know, the open is $7,500, and you go to the flop, there's $300-400 in the middle already.
Yeah. Thanks, Mitz, for the thing. We just added new lights, and we forgot to we've rebalanced all the cameras except for the overhead flop cam, which is why it's a little bright and blurry. So we'll make sure we take care of that. Moneymaker here with the best hand. Small bet, 100 about.
Oh, did they? Okay. I went to a place called Winter Park in Colorado. I offered to flip.
One thing I like about playing these stakes, when you win a pot, you win meaningful amount of money. You know, so you know it's not like when you're playing 1-2 somewhere not in Texas, but you know you win like a $50 pot. It's like you sit there all day, you won $100. You sit there all day in like these 5, 10, 25 games.
Yeah,
you win 10,000.
Yeah, you're right. So Tammy's correct. Kind of chalk though. So I actually went down to the lodge to play like 5 days, like right after Christmas, went to go see my kids, and played some 1-3, some 2-5, and then they had a big game. But I had to come back because I had to stream the Wednesday night final table.
Okay.
Well, Eric was out of town for Christmas in Minnesota, so I introduced myself and to say, "Hey, blah 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 blah." Then I saw him again in January at Choctaw, and he's good friends with. Dude, my show, his name is Chris Larkin. He commentates on Monday nights. He's good friends with Jaywin, and you know, kind of talked to him while they were talking together.
Right.
I said, "Hey, if you're interested, we have a 5, 10, 25 live stream. If you want to play." He's like, "No, I'm not really interested. Not really interested. I'm just gonna stay up here for WSOP Choctaw."
Right.
So I was like, "Okay, cool." And then one of my one of my buddies, Jose Montes, played the 5-5 10 PLO live stream yesterday. Him and he's like, hey, I got a friend in town, and he already bagged, and you should ask him to play the stream. And I'm like, now when it comes to when a suggestion comes from Jose, I take it seriously. Like some people are like, hey, I have this friend, and I'm like, who's it, right? He said Jaywin. I was like, no, I text him already. He doesn't want to come play. And then, literally I text Jaywin 30 minutes before that. And then literally like 30 minutes play, he's like, hey, do you still have that seat open? I talked to Jose. He said I should play. And I was like, yes, I have a seat open. I was actually trying to fill it. And so that's how he ended up getting in. And so now, like, I text him once a month when you plan on coming down to Dallas. He kind of schedules his trip around playing at Poker House Dallas.
Okay.
He was going to go play up in Tulsa. Mr. Regis here, actually with the best hand.
Wolfgang with a full air ball.
Yeah, gonna take down this little pot here.
I think he showed it. Yeah, he did.
Oh, and Mr. Regis. Yes, Rita, we can make sure it's here.
Judy, you need to come down on the Silver Bird and come down here and play soon.
Yeah, 1-2 at Poker House is stupid.
I like the $500 buy-in.
Yeah,
I think it's good.
I do like the cap buy-in as well. So
I love that the 2-5s and 5-10 games are like match the stacks here.
right.
It makes the 2-5 games pretty much like 10 1/4 with the stack sizes. But I feel like it's interesting because like it's not like people that regularly play 2-5 don't play the 2-5 games in Dallas because it's more like a 10 1/4 game
Right.
or 5-10 game, right? It's like it's almost like you're jumping stakes, but the blind says $5. Judy, I definitely want to play with you on the stream. Just like the old days when me, you, and my dad used to play. A lot of fun back then. Me and Judy used to play $500 cap. That's all it was back then. Mr. Regis 7-8 and Moneymaker calling the $100.
Well, Judy, I think we can make something happen. Just book a flight. You have to book it on Tuesdays, though, because Tuesday is the cheapest day to book a flight. So just book it on Tuesday. Let us know when you're coming. We'll get in contact with Gator. He'll give you my number. We'll get you on the stream. 7.
Oh, no. That's good for Mr. Regis.
Big city. I'm telling you, this guy doesn't like to fold.
He bet the whole way. And he's going to bet here. Do you think? I think Moneymaker's probably going to call him off. He bets here. Yeah, especially 200, right?
Moneymaker doesn't like it, though.
He doesn't like it, but I think he's going to side call.
Yeah, I think he's going to side call also.
Yeah, he doesn't like it at all. There it is.
Yeah, he's going to see the bad news. He was ahead pretty much the whole way until the river. Mr. Regis. The Queen of Felt. What happened to the fork? It's actually the skin, Sassy. I think when we had that issue with the skin with the shutdown earlier and the tech difficulties, I think we picked a more basic one that doesn't use a ton of resources. And so some of the skins have four color decks. Not all of them do. I don't know if it's an option to make all of them 4 color decks.
All right, Judy, you got it. And I'm glad that Queen of the Felt's here. We need more female players in game poker.
Yeah,
And
it was really neat. Like the past few streams, even irrespective of the stakes in the game, we've had some women, Rebecca Thompson, Jerry Sieber, they played the 5-5-10 PLO.
Right.
Baby Shark played that Saturday from Missouri. Sassy played. Alice Acuna played the Monday stream and some past streams. So, you know, I think, like, it's great for the game.
It is. It is. You know, it's anybody can play it, and and it's nice to see that there is more females starting to play poker. Yeah. So it's definitely good for the game. I think a lot of men like to try to push women around the table as well, and I think it's good for their image because some women know that they're trying to push them around, think they play weaker.
I treat everybody the same. I'm gonna rip your throat out.
I treat everyone the same as well.
I don't care political affiliation, religion.
I don't either.
I want to beat your head, like not physically, just like figuratively. Carlos with the only flush, with the only clubs.
Yeah, with
open,
the
open ender.
OFC top pair.
I don't think Regis. This is gonna be a tough continue for Regis here.
Thinking about continuing.
God, a king would be so dope.
Right.
Yeah, good fold here.
Good fold. Carlos probably not going anywhere.
I don't care if I lose someone. I just don't like to lose. I don't care.
Judy, I got a room for you. 9 on the river gives Carlos a straight. Let's see what happens with Carlos. Checks and OFC. Looks like check.
If anything, I try and calm it down a bit.
Just naturally,
it's more crazy than this, and I calm it down.
So do you put your hat on while it's wet and it dries like that, or is it just do that like on its own?
because that's like a perm, right?
It's just like natural best.
Would your whole head be like that?
What were you saying, Ashley? That that women play harder against women? I could see that.
Chris got nervous. He was going to ask you, but
Ace would have been a better card. Ace of clubs would have been fantastic. Not ace of clubs. You don't want too many clubs because you're not going to get paid. I have the king.
Interesting.
So if you get the random ace, then I make top 2. Then you get paid.
sneaky nuts.
Not really sneaky. Jack king. That's why you're the strength king.
Judy, these seats are random, actually. You got to draw for your seat. I got the 3 seat 3 times in a row, which was really strange. And then the 4th time, I got the 5 seat.
Can anyone except Wolfgang win this one?
I got to go through. Do you want all of them? You got 2.
Looks like Dealer Change are going to do another $50 flip. I prefer doing the flips versus the bomb pot. You guys in the chat, what do you think? Do you like to do the flip or do you prefer the bomb pot?
We're doing a flip, Regis. A flip. We're gonna get 4 cards, and then whoever wins wins. No betting.
Judy, you want to play on the 5-5-10 game, but it's like a quarter mandatory straddle. I think it'd be a great game for you to play. Double board bomb pot. Flip.
That's my problem.
You flip over 2, and then you only look at the other 2.
More club would be great.
After the nut flush.
Nut flip?
Oh my god.
Looks like Wolfgang's going to win it here.
Someone show me a
Ace 3 of clubs.
ship it, baby. Where's the camera?
You got it, Judy.
Ship it.
It doesn't allow for the stream to flop. Yeah. I kind of Satsy. I kind of like that the flip is fast, so I kind of prefer to flip just because it's fast.
Oh, yeah, 2500. Yeah. 2500. I forgot to say 2500 earlier. That was my fault. Thank you.
126 viewers. It's my first time in the box here on the stream.
I don't know, but I gotta find out. I'd love to.
Yeah, Judy, it'd be fun to play a session with you.
Best Korean barbecue event.
Don't take too much of my money when you come down here.
Yeah. Where have you at? Las Vegas? I haven't tried in Las Vegas.
Queen of the Felt, +1. Queen Jack offsuit. Looks like they have the 25 on. Should make it 75. OFC suited ace. You can see a raise from him a lot of times in late position. Yeah, there it is. 275.
That's why I like Instagram. I feel like I know a lot more people than I do. Like, I've never met the girl, but the amount of times you put her story, like, oh, yeah, so
Keep forgetting we're doing Jack 4. Thank you. Don't pretend like that wasn't pocket 7.
Judy.
It was ace 7 suited. Gotcha.
130 viewers. Thanks for tuning in. For those of you that don't know, I am Paul Gator Tassone. It's my first time here as commentator in the booth. Having a good time.
where do you live?
You're folding to me every time. I prefer that we play some pots, Judy.
It's like a door, and then you go inside the door.
But it's actually 2 days.
Oh, with a fire in it?
So I'm trying to skip 2 days. I just don't know. Straddle fix, double straddle fix. I'd rather play Saturday.
Mighty Hammer +2. Ace Queen offsuit. Looks like they have the 50 on. Gonna raise it 200. 200 to go. Wolfgang, King 4. Moneymaker, 2 6s. I got to see him calling here. Gonna set mine with 2 6s. Queen of the Felt, gonna fold. Carlos suited king, getting in the mix. It looks like. Yeah, he had the 50 straddle on. He's gonna defend.
That was gonna be for the chip, for the flop that you're about to put. Oh, okay. I did this set.
Jack 9-7. Doesn't help anyone. Moneymaker's the best hand still, checking. Mighty Hammer checks back. Oh. Moneymaker with a set of 6s. Bet. 450. Nice sizable bet. Eddie, the Asian sensation, back in the booth.
Yeah. Had to fix the lineup again for tomorrow. Again.
Before the patch, it was free, but now that he's patched up, he's got to charge. No, when I kind of wasn't patched, it's free. Yeah.
Anything fun happen while I was gone?
No, a Moneymaker made a set, didn't get any action. Nothing major happened.
I just have one patch. I used to have a roll of hello, my name is name tag stickers on my backpack. I don't have it anymore.
There we go, FC with 2 queens, Mighty Hammer, 9-10 suited. Let's see what he's going to do, +1 with 9-10 suited. OFC getting a little bit tricky. calling the quarter with 2 queens. Moneymaker 4-3 of diamonds.
Oh, is he going to try to get tricky here with queens?
Yeah.
You see him sometimes limp some of these strong hands. Sometimes he raises them again, playing very, very tricky and deceptive. King on the board, that's the worst thing you want to see.
Yeah, especially 5 ways to the flop.
More than likely. Okay. Oh, so he's going to bet here. Kind of going to see where he's at, kind of gauge the table to see if anybody has a king or not.
Thank you for asking. It's a really cool YouTube channel. You should check it out sometime. Is that your name or is that a name you made up?
It's my middle name.
Is that what you go by in real life?
No, that's in the poker room. My first name's Alexander, but that kind of doesn't have a ring to it. Alexander's a unique name.
Queen of the foul with a deuce.
Fata heißt Andreas Klaus.
Check, check. OFC going to win with 2 queens.
Kind of dodged a bullet there, though.
Yeah.
I can see maybe doing that with kings or aces because they don't need a ton of protection post flop. And now, you know,
Right.
multi-way, you don't, even if you have kings or aces, in your 5 ways, any flop, you're not going to feel, unless it's like king 7 deuce, like Badoogie.
Right.
Right? And something like that. But like queens, they need some protection.
It gets a little scary when
Yeah.
it comes king ace high and you got 5 people.
Right. Mitts, the Jack 4 game is on, not the 7 deuce. So we've seen some players early on. I haven't seen anybody in the last hour. Again, we have about 40 minutes left or so. Actually, we got started a little bit late. We got started closer to 6 tonight. Then instead of 5:45, the tornado warnings and the big rain and hail scared some people off from coming a little earlier. It was so funny. I told you, Wolfgang texted me. He's like, "Is it normal for tornadoes?" And I straight up told him, I was like, "Yeah, I got the warning. I just turned it off."
Queen of the foul, 2 9s. You're going to call the $70.
Mr. Regis here,
Raising up with ace.
trying to get a little spicy. Oh, Mr. Regis added on. Okay, so I didn't realize he was up to like as much as he was right now. Ace 10.
Flop a gut shot. OFC flops a gut shot as well.
I like to see him bet here.
Yeah, and it's coming.
Got an overbet pot here. Fold. Regis. Fold. Mr. Regis taking down a
Taking
nice
it
little
down.
pot. Let's go. Mr. Regis showing these young buckaroos here. What's up?
You know, Robbie changed the world. She has her own hand now that you can play the Jack 4 Robbie game instead of 7 deuce.
And what's crazy is there's been, since that incident,
Yeah.
a lot of new security features and add-ons have been built into the software. So
I remember when that hand happened, I got a phone call from like 6 people, and they said, Gator, what do you think? Did she cheat? I said, no, she did not cheat.
yeah, I don't think she did either.
I was Team Robbie the whole way.
I was too.
I did not think that she cheated.
What was funny was I was actually they had a live stream going on here at Poker House for something. I think it was like a charity event or something like that. And then I was commentating in the chat. So I was watching the Poker House one while we were watching the Hustler. I was watching it with Kim and Hayden, and it happened. And I was like, I think she's considering calling. And Hayden's like, no, she never called. She's never calling here. Then Bart Hansen's commentating. He's like, she called? He's like, no, she did. He's like, no, she did.
That was crazy.
And so, like, then Garrett's face, like, saw a ghost.
Yeah, he
right?
saw a ghost for sure.
Legitimately. And I was like, oh, guys, gotta go. Something happened over at the Hustler. Good luck with this stream. I'm gonna see what's going on.
That was absolutely insane.
Watching pros in there. We gotta get active now. We need our TV time.
Carlos flopping a straight. Moneymaker with the open-ender backdoor diamond draw.
But you can't really like this spot. I think somebody bets. I think you're gonna have to come in for the raise here. Because you are the bottom end of it.
Yeah, you have the bottom end. I don't like having the bottom end, and
And there wasn't a ton of pre-flop action, so it's gonna it's gonna be tough for somebody to have a hand like Ace King.
Yep.
Now, Moneymaker with King is blocking Ace King, so
King 9 also.
yeah, King 9 as well.
Yeah, he's definitely putting the raise in. OFC with top pair and the gutter to the bad end.
Yep. Moneymaker can peel here in position.
Try to pick up a diamond.
Yeah.
Pick up an ace, right?
Open-ended for the good end, and also a diamond on the turn definitely help his equity position.
Which Moneymaker would like to see the 9 diamonds, but Carlos has that.
Oh, something's happening out there.
Uh-oh.
King. Brings in a 4-liner to Broadway. Any ace.
And Carlos is going to barrel here.
I like the barrel.
That's going to make it hard for Moneymaker to want to call. Because now Moneymaker's got to think he can have an ace, he can have a 9.
You could have a hand like... Now, you would think, okay, he doesn't have a hand like ace queen, right?
Right.
But Carlos likes to limp pre-flop. If you watch prior streams with Carlos in it, he'll limp call, raise call with the hands like ace queen. So it wouldn't be surprising like he flopped top pair type thing with a redraw to Broadway. So
My car's name is Adam Wolfgang.
Tammy sounds like Danny struck in the turning. That's funny.
Yeah, no matter what you get blind.
Corey, are you actually from Canada, or do you just have the Canada as your like YouTube picture thingy?
Moneymaker, $100 with ace 9 offsuit and the hijack. Carlos picking up a real hand, 2 10s. OFC in the third blind with the jack 4.
Nah, I don't
think he's going to get out of line.
No. Oh, look at this.
Oh,
SamClarkPoker under the gun.
This is bad news for Carlos. And OFC, if he gets out of line, it's going to be bad news for him.
Jeremy Caruso in the chat. Good to have you back.
Sam Clark, I think he's coming in for a 4-bet for sure.
Gonna have the snap call by Moneymaker. Snap fold, not snap fold. Snap fold.
Snap fold.
Snap fold, excuse me.
Carlos just getting the worst end of the stick again.
Like I said, I texted him like a week and a half ago. He was out of town on vacation or whatever. And I'm like, just for the record, I texted him because you and I both know what it's like when you're not playing bad and you're just getting ran over.
It just sucks.
It's like demoralizing as a poker player.
It's
You're like,
not fun.
Even talk to him, I'm like, I don't think I'm good enough. Like maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was, and I'm not good enough to beat the game.
Makes you question a lot of things.
Yeah, it makes you question whether or not. Yeah. This is a troublesome.
Very troublesome flop for his hand.
Yeah, with 10s here. He's definitely not going to fold to 1-bet.
Playing in flow, checking to the razor.
Half pot.
I mean, I think Carlos, going to check call here for sure. I can't see him not wanting to check call. I mean, if he makes a fold here, it's great, but really tough hand for him to just check fold. I mean, he's going to call the 800.
3,200 in the pot.
Definitely a good one brewing. Ooh, 5 of clubs on the turn. Carlos with the 10 of clubs, but Sam has got the queen of clubs.
Yeah.
And Carlos drawing dead there.
See what sizing he's going to use here to try to get it all in on the river, assuming a bad card doesn't come out on the river.
See, 3,200 in a skillet. I think that Sam may go 1,500, 2,000.
$1,300?
1,300?
1,200, 1,300? 1,200.
12?
Yeah, if Carlos calls here, 1,200, 56, like one, it's gonna be like a 1/3 SPR, 30.3, 0.35 SPR on the river. It's gonna be tough for him to fold the river unless like an ace, king, or queen comes on the river.
Yeah, and
even a jack. I mean, he may.
And if a card like the king of clubs comes off on the river and he makes a flush, it's gonna make it worse on him, I think, because he's gonna have a hard time wanting to fold that backdoor flush draw.
Yeah.
Especially if the ace or the king of clubs comes out, because now like Sam can't have those cards.
Right.
So that makes his like 10 high flush more valuable, and he does make the call.
I don't blame him here.
If it's a brick, I don't see him folding. Oh my gosh, one of the cards we just talked about coming out, the jack of
What
clubs.
a horrible
He
river
makes
card.
the flush. Now he knows that like it's less likely Sam has 2 jacks. It's less likely he has.
Yeah, he's hoping he has like kings or aces. Obviously
red ones.
Yeah.
Red ones.
Red ones, yeah.
And he's just hoping that he doesn't get bet here. And I think Sam's probably, there's a lot of money in here. As aggressive as Sam's been, I can see another barrel here on the river, hoping that he gets called by worse.
It's all in.
He has the queen of clubs. There's only 2 hands that's crushing him, obviously, besides the 6-3 or 6-8 of clubs. But
Well, yeah, SPR is about 0.4, 0.45.
yeah, it's definitely all in at this point, unless he checks. But I think he's debating on putting that 26-15 that Carlos has in the middle. He's got to think that Carlos doesn't have aces or kings.
Right.
And
Because he would have 5-bet pre-flop.
yeah, most likely, yeah.
5-bet pre-flop with aces or kings.
And he's got to think, well, you know, if he's got 3 jacks here, which he probably doesn't think he has that either. But yeah,
He's going to rip it here.
yep. I figured that was coming. And Carlos, and there's a side call like I was thinking, you know, he's going to have a hard time getting away from it.
Yeah. Tough run here for Carlos. Danny Mark's in the background trying to see if he can get an open seat. He's got his backpack on. It's like, so am I going to get my shot or not?
Big pot.
Yeah, tough river. I mean, if it was like, gosh, even if it was like a non-club ace or king, queen, like I think Carlos folds river.
Yeah, I think he can get away with those. But, you know, let's say it's the deuce of spades on the river or something.
I don't think he calls. I still think he calls. I don't think they change it.
Yeah, I think he still calls. I think the only way that he ends up folding is if it's a red ace, a red king, maybe a red queen, maybe a red jack or something. But I think the ace or the king, a red ace or king comes off, it's going to make it hard on him, and he's going to fold at that point. But the rest of the cards, especially the jack of clubs, the ace of clubs, the king of clubs, all those coming out, it's going to make it easier for him to call.
Right.
It's going to be really hard to get away from. So, unfortunate run out for Carlos again, and just he's had an unfortunate string of hands lately in some of the streams, hasn't he?
Yes, like I said.
And that's the bad thing is like this can just happen theoretically for a long time.
Yeah. And there's nothing more frustrating than playing well. And you know Carlos has only been playing poker for like a year now, right?
Really? He's only been playing for a year? Mm-hmm. Wow. I'm so surprised at how many people has been coming into poker, that are, been playing for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Sometimes I think that a lot of these people have been playing for a really long time.
Yeah.
And some of these people, they're playing really well for playing for a year or two. It's really insane.
All right, let's take a look at Sam Clark. He himself a poker player and content creator. Check out his YouTube. Sam Clark Poker. Been playing poker for 10 years. Favorite game, no limit hold'em. This is the first time I ever, you filled out this questionnaire.
Yeah.
This is the first time I ever everybody answer medium aggressive.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen it. It's either tight aggressive or loose aggressive, right?
Yeah.
And those are actually, and there's like an other, you can fill in whatever you want to fill.
Right. So there's lag, tag, and now there's mag.
Yeah, definitely medium aggressive.
I've never seen that one.
Best poker costume. This is pretty cool. Full-time poker player able to travel the world. So that's Sam Clark in the 9th seat there after winning a big pot. Let's take a look at these cumulative wins real quick. Now Sam Clark, the big winner of the night, up about 66, back-to-back nights. Had a 10K win last night at TCH. OFC,
wow,
still up about 4K. Again, Carlos now down 4K. Going to reload probably. Moneymaker down about 2,500. Mighty Hammer just down about 900. Been really relatively spot dead for the majority of the stream. So it hasn't been able to get a ton of cards. But that's Sam Clark in the 9th seat.
Straddle Police. Queen of the Fell picking up a real hand here. I think she's going to 3-bet. She's going to
25
3-bet in, right?
250.
Right, 2 1/4. I like it.
Standard 3x.
Yeah.
Mr. Regis here.
He's going nowhere. He's got Queen 10
got
offsuit.
Queen 10, baby. Queen
He's
10
got Queen
offsuit.
10. He's going to flop a big hand here.
King Jack 9 board right here.
That's it.
Flop the joint.
Section 5 of the
Well, that's not a good first card. King high. No one with the king. No one with the king.
come to my attention that one of my sponsored pros has been undertipping viewers.
She could c-bet here and try to take this one down. Pretty dry board. She's going to go for it? No, she's going to check.
Six of hearts doesn't really change much.
Well, Jeremy picks up a draw.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, so you're right. Turns open ender.
Yeah, so he's going to put a little wager out there.
Yeah.
Probably go fold. I mean, I can't see Mr. Regis continuing. I've seen stranger things, but
Agreed. All right. I didn't get a chance to do a profile for Jeremy or Mr. Regis. Jeremy was literally 15 minutes before the stream. Last fill-in. So let's take a look at Alexander Wolfgang in the 1 seat. Content creator as well. Plays poker. Been playing poker for 10 years. Some of these guys aren't even old enough to play as many years as they've been playing. Like, I don't get it. But whatever. 10 years, same great game we're playing. Favorite one, Hold'em. This one tight aggressive, not medium aggressive. Not lag, not mag,
not
but
lag,
tag.
not mag. Just tag.
Just tag. Best poker accomplishment has had over 30+ meetup games across the U.S. That's neat.
That's pretty cool.
So I want to make sure we highlight some of these other players real quick. Mighty Hammer hasn't been in too many pots.
No.
He wanted me to use this picture specifically and his sweater. Again, paintless dent repair. After today with all the hail and all, if you guys have any issues with your vehicle, let me know. I can put you in touch with Brian. He can help you out with your vehicle. So I've been playing poker for about 18 years. I'm surprised he said his favorite game is PLO 5 Bomb Pot.
Wow.
Yeah, likes to play tight aggressive. So
That sounds like an interesting game.
it's a degen of all degen games.
OFC here, 3-betting the King, Queen of Diamonds. But Wolfgang with Ace, King of Hearts.
Gonna 4-bet here.
Absolutely. And Jeremy trying to get the free 50s with the Jack 4 clubs running into a brick wall.
That's gonna be when he's now laying it down after this. Let's see what sizing he's gonna go with here. 1,000, 1,100. 950. 825. Small 4-bet.
OFC, an extra 475 to call. I don't see him fold.
Yeah. I know he doesn't like it, but I think he knows he can't fold.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's
Yeah.
see how it works out. 10 Jack 8.
Not too terrible.
King, Queen.
Now this is a better board. It's a better board for OC's 3-bet calling range than Wolfgang's 4-betting range.
Yeah.
You know, like Wolfgang has hands like ace king, like he does right here. Like
Right.
Queens and above kind of thing. Kings.
Two jacks. OFC got a free one. Wolfgang, ace king of hearts, picks up a good turn.
Yeah, I think he should barrel here with his equity. Or he could try to realize his equity.
Could check back. I mean, OFC, you know, sometimes might check raise you here just because he has an open ender trying to blow you off a hand.
Yeah.
Wolfgang, you know, I could see him betting. I could see it going either way. I think I like barreling the turn.
You could think that OFC has a hand like nines.
Right.
So I think if OFC actually had like queens or anything like that, like he would bet the turn instead of checking back turn. So yeah, Jack 4 plus, I would have liked that flop. So
So is there any 2-5, 5-10 quarter games that go off outside the stream much?
no, but I can put you in touch with people that play those games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to play more in the 5-10 and a quarter game, but not the 10 quarter, 50, 100,
Yeah.
200. You know? Preferably, I like to play the 5-10 and a quarter. I think is my favorite stake to play.
Okay.
That's why I really like the Saturday game.
Yeah.
Gets big. It's fun.
OFC here, and this is why he's so damn tricky.
Yeah.
He raised with a hand like 10 deuce off the Brunson, right?
Yeah. Mr. Regis going nowhere with Jack 8.
You saw him limp with queens earlier, and now he's raising on the button with 10 deuce.
That's why OFC can have 10K stacks.
Right. It's so difficult to play against a player like him.
He is difficult to play against. I will say that.
Just when you think you like have it all figured out, like how do you have this hand?
Yeah, you just don't know with him. Moneymaker, flush draw.
Yeah, Mr. Regis with the gutter to Broadway, but OFC does have the 10 of diamonds, so we'll reduce some 10x outs for Mr. Regis. 6 of diamonds.
There's the flush for Moneymaker. OFC with the 10 of diamonds, so he has the gut shot and the flush draw. He's going to barrel here, I think.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, 200.
Mr. Regis here just doesn't. There's no really good river cards for him. Even if he, like, the 10 hits, obviously OFC has the 10 of diamonds. So
Yeah. You think Moneymaker's going to flat? Yeah.
yeah, I don't think he can really raise here. He doesn't have a strong enough flush draw. Now the board pairs.
That definitely hurts the hand a little bit.
Yeah, OC's going to try check back here. Maybe not. He may try and bet here.
He's going to get called.
Yeah.
It's going to go check call. Yeah. I don't see Moneymaker check folding here. I think he's going to snap call.
Snap call, yeah.
There it is.
All right, Moneymaker on the right track now. Was down about 2,500, 2,600 before that hand. Now down about 1,400. Queen of Felt say he got him. So a lot of the players playing tonight will be playing on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
So actually, let me check the line. Nope.
OFC and Habib.
OFC is not playing.
No OFC.
I had it there and then I erased it so we could this is how we talk in the booth without talking in the booth.
Oh, okay.
So I got German Moneymaker, Danny Marks, Randy Sadler. He's going to be playing tomorrow. Just talk to him. Queen of Felt, Habib, Carlos, you, Jaywin.
Okay. That's on Saturday.
That is on Saturday. Mitz, if you're in the chat, you want to take a shot, 5-5-10? It's going to be very similar to this game. I mean, Sam with the biggest stack, 12K. If you want to take a shot, I'll let you take a shot.
Habib plays pretty much every Saturday and Friday.
What's that?
Habib only plays Fridays and Saturdays pretty much every week.
Pretty much. He was. I I didn't ask him to play tomorrow because like I didn't want to put him in that lineup.
Right.
And he couldn't play tonight, but he's good for Saturday.
Right.
I actually need to send out the official text. I usually send it out by now. It's just with the extra stream for PLO, and then we're getting these new thumbnails.
Mm-hmm.
This week was a really, really busy week. But it's fun. I enjoy it. So I never told you the story of kind of how I got in the booth. Did I ever tell you that? Okay.
No.
So I was down in Vegas for a series for 2 months. You know, played a bunch of tournaments, came back, just was burned out, and there was a tournament, the Summer Jam was what we call it.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, "You gonna play? You gonna play?" And I was like, "No, I don't want to play." And Eric, this is when Eric kind of came to help set this whole setup up. Obviously, it was a lot worse than this in terms of quality. It was really bad. Don't even go back and look. just trust me.
Don't go back and look.
Don't even go back. It's really bad. Anyway, what they were doing for commentary was, you know, dealers are on their break. They were just coming, and there's not really a lot of continuity.
Right.
And so I was like, I didn't even want to play cash. I was like, dude, I'll commentate just for fun. I think it'd be kind of fun.
Sure.
Just kind of like you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That was definitely something that I was always interested in.
And so literally, I didn't commentate. So it was like one of those where it's 2 flights a day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday thing. And I didn't commentate I take that back. I did commentate the second half of the first flight, and then they're like, "Hey, everything's good. Can you commentate tonight?" I was in the booth till 2:30 a.m.
Uh-huh.
Then they're like, "Hey, can you commentate the rest of the tournament since you're not going to play?" I'm like, "Sure." And like 7 months later, I'm helping run production and like putting the lineups together,
right?
And commentating 3 or 4 days a week now. So, Mr. Regis, come in for the 3-bet. Let's go. Like, grabbing the black ones. I think he's just going to call.
Yeah, I mean, or he might be putting in the raise.
It's a small 3-bet.
Yes, it is.
I get more concerned about the small 3-bets than the big 3-bets.
Than the big ones?
Yeah, because like sometimes the big 3-bets, I'm like, oh, it's probably a squeeze.
Right. Oh, this
but like
is
the
there.
small 3-bets,
Guy behind with 2 melons, you know, and the girl's like, "Oh my god."
like, okay, this can't be good. This guy's like, Mr. Regis is like 80 years old. And like, what 3-bet bluffs is? And this guy does like, I've seen this dude bluff and be so gangster, and like he'll just call like big. He'll bring some random 2-pair like on their like 9s and deuces.
Right.
He just gets there. It's like so gross, but
Put a sticker right on his chest.
Mr. Regis seems like the real OG.
yeah. Like I said, he was a super fan favorite. Everybody loves because he gives 0 shits.
Right.
It's like for him, he just wants to play.
Right. He just wants to play.
He wants to play on the stream. He likes to play with the big guns.
Sure.
And he likes to play against the big guns, and he does well. So
Yeah.
this is for the record. This is the tightest I've ever seen him play.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. His VPIP are like usually like OFC is at 52%.
Right.
Like he's like at 60% usually, and I don't think it's a function of like bankroll. I think because he just didn't know the stream was going on. He only brought X, to play, and I don't know that for a fact, but
Right. Moneymaker 2 6s.
he's kind of like Habib, right? Habib
Yeah.
lip calls a lot, has a high VPIP, but doesn't have a very high PFR. So
Right.
Mr. Regis is not going.
He says, "I got Queen 10."
Not going anywhere.
Where
baby.
do you think I'm going?
Nowhere. Queen of Felt told Moneymaker you're drawing dead. Open ender here, Mr. Regis.
Moneymaker with the C bet.
Yeah, Mr. Regis ain't going nowhere.
Mr. Regis 150.
He's calling. He's never folding his hand.
Easy 150 call.
Yeah. Now, probably everybody at the table is going to make that call in position anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Mr. Regis definitely not. 10.
Okay. It's a good turn card for Mr. Regis. Picks up.
Moneymaker's going to probably check back here.
Yeah, he has to think that, Mr. Regis has some type of holding that's in this range, right?
Sick Puppy, thanks. Sassy, thank you for your comment. And not yet, Sassy. They ordered them. Did he bet?
Yeah, it would check, snap, bet, fold, instant fold.
So, Dennis, we'll pull up the camera just for you because I've never seen you in the chat before.
I haven't either. I haven't seen Dennis either.
All right. The guy talking right now in the red, it's Eddie the Asian Sensation, Paul Gator Tassone, who's going to be playing this Saturday at this stream, filled in last minute for me to commentate.
Yes, sir.
Sassy was actually my backup if you weren't going to make, because, like, the weather. She's like, I'll commentate. I was like, okay. And I was like, not that I didn't want it. I was just like, plus people were canceling for today and canceling for tomorrow.
Right.
And then canceling for Saturday. And I just, during this stream, you see me like call, like I've had to make 2 phone calls because 2 people canceled for tomorrow's stream. I got it filled, but it's just like, oh my gosh, dude. Like
yeah, that's tough on you.
I want to fight people.
Right.
I just want to fight people. I'm not going to. But Sassy, they've ordered the lock boxes. I think they're going to be here for the end of the night. So, did I say the end of the night? I meant the end of the month.
End of the month.
Yeah. So, do you know him? Said Maryland Live Finest.
Yeah, I actually do know him. We played together Maryland Live years ago.
Oh man, look at Gator, man. You're gonna take over my job. Well,
my guy Sleeves. Yeah, they used to call me Sleeves back there. What's up, Dennis? Been a while.
I like that. Sleeves?
Yeah, they used to call me Sleeves.
I mean, it makes sense
because of the sleeves.
You got the dopest tattoo.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Carlos, 2 6s. OFC, King Deuce of Spades, Mr. Regis, Jack 10, Wolfgang, King Queen of Clubs, raised to 55. If Wolfgang gets on the flop, I'm going to hit him with the bang, just like he does in the
the Mariano.
The right.
Yeah. Bang, bang. So high pitch, I love it though.
8-5-4.
Good flop for Carlos, actually.
It is a good flop for Carlos.
This is one of these boards, like, if somebody bet, he could, like, check raise on.
Yeah.
He's, like, double blocking straight. Sometimes I'll do that in spots like this. Not very often, but, like, very selective. Checks all the way around. I'm going to see a turn king. Or king is the dealer. 4 of spades on the turn. And Carlos may think he has the best hand here. Okay, he's going to check here.
Is Wolfgang going to get out of line?
I think if he's going to try to represent over pairs. Well, he could try to represent over pairs because a lot of times, even with aces or kings on a board like this, you're going to check back flop.
No bang. You're right.
No bang!
Bet 70. Carlos, I can't see him folding.
I do have a new live stream. I literally use... I text a group. I said, if one more player cancels on me... Oh, wow.
Wow.
Gangster.
OFC. So interesting. He just loves to put you in a spot.
So I'll answer your response, PLO Professor, and why we hadn't. Not non-believer. We don't PLO, Professor. I'm like 100% positive because I talked about that with management. And I'll tell you why we didn't. We don't. 9 of clubs doesn't really change much on this board. I wouldn't be surprised if OC tries to barrel here again. Let's see if Carlos and OFC have done a lot of battle in the past before.
Man, OFC is a man of no fear.
I know you're bluffing, but I can't call you.
I know you're bluffing, but I can't
He's gonna show
call.
it. He's gonna show it.
He's gonna show it.
He knows.
Oh my gosh.
Carlos, you read was right.
And doesn't call him.
Yeah. So, man, Sassa, we do not have lock boxes. The reason we hadn't is because, you know, most of the games we run here, like 1-2s, the occasional 2-5, and like that mixed game. And even though it's 50-100 because it's a mixed game and the number of big bets, you don't need a ton of cash. It hasn't been recently until we started running these bigger live streams that we've been getting requests for lock boxes. So we're definitely going to be, I think they're ordered. They're just not here yet because they have to be specially made for the area that they're going to be in for the players to access and whatnot. But physically, they're not on site. They're ordered, is my understanding. So, Devin, building a bet, going to try to run it up on the stream this summer. Take a shot, Devin. This okay. Let's backtrack real quick.
You miss every shot you don't take.
That's for damn sure. All right, interested in playing the live stream, we put in there. And then as we get to this tail end,
Queen of the Felt, 2 5s.
She's been relatively quiet as of late.
Looks like she's gonna spice it up.
Let's go, trying to get it in before the... So, PLO Professor, the tables with the wireless charging, in theory, is good, but they suck because they charge so slow. Well, Sassy, if it wasn't for players like you and Gator, our room wouldn't be getting bigger and getting, you know, what's it called? So thank you guys to the viewers in the chat. Thank you for your players.
I appreciate it.
Giving us a shot.
Thank you guys for being in the chat. And big shout out to Poker House. Thank you for having me today on the
I thought we didn't. I was told we didn't.
There's no lockbox, or there is?
I thought so. Apparently there is. Okay, my bad. I thought Cortez told me that we didn't the other day because the players that play in the 2550 stream wanted to know, and I was told no. So that, I don't know. PH Dallas says we do.
Huh. Wolfgang 75.
So if we do have them, I apologize. I thought we didn't. So. All right, I'm gonna put this little poll in here for the stream. We are trying to make improvements to our live stream. It's an anonymous poll, kind of ask questions. What do you guys like in streams? When do you like to watch? What devices do you watch on? Blah blah blah.
King 6-7, all diamonds. Wolfgang pair of 5s. OFC with the best hand. Carlos ace queen missed.
OFC.
OFC mad. He flops a pair. Everybody faults, he says.
Just a few minutes left in the stream. Thank you for tuning in, all 130 viewers. A special thank you to Paul Gator, to Sony, who snapped. Respond to my text when my person canceled. I've had commentators cancel. I had to find 2 players for tonight. Oh, Jeremy here.
Ace King of Diamonds raised to 150. What do they have, the quarter on or the 50 on? Hard to tell sometimes. OFC.
50's on. I did the math.
50's on, right?
I had to back subtract.
Right. OFC with Queen Jack. I don't see him going anywhere.
Not.
Calling the 150. Mr. Regis, Queen 10. If he was there, he's calling.
Definitely calling.
Moneymaker, 2 snowmen. Hey, he's going to call.
Dang, Hayden 14 says, give us more.
Hey,
Gator.
Hayden, thank you so much. And thanks for watching the stream. Thanks for having me here today. I appreciate all the compliments and the comments. I enjoy being here. Thank you so much for the nice comments. Queen Jack.
Hayden. Man folds ace king suited like it's his job. And I were like, we're losing all our money. Look at this here. Let's see if somebody tries to make a move. Moneymaker may think he has the best hand here.
Moneymaker, 300.
Do you ever, I guess, would you ever, okay, I guess you wouldn't float with ace king. If it's a flop, you can float one.
I mean, against Moneymaker,
That's a good point.
I don't think so. I mean, he's fundamentally good, and you know he can sniff out a couple hands too. So
Yeah.
I had a set of 5 then.
I would find an easier time trying to float against someone that plays a little bit weaker than Moneymaker.
Yeah. Or a little bit looser than
A little bit looser. Yeah.
Thanks, PLO Professor, for that. Again, if anybody else help us. I'm taking a look. I literally actually review the analytics every other day, as well as these responses on a daily basis. I don't know. What are they clapping about? What? No, it's okay. No big deal. Again, about 5-10 minutes left in the stream. For this original was supposed to be 5-5 match stack turned into 5-5-10. Got the Queen of Felt and Wolfgang Poker, as well as SamClarkPoker here. Content creators, social media influencers in the poker industry arena.
Carlos 6-4 of hearts going to mix up with the call. Mighty Hammer, the nut hearts.
Yep.
He's going to make the call. It's going to be bad news for Carlos if it comes hearts.
Queen of Felt here, suited gap. We're going to call in the hijack as well.
Yeah.
3 ways to this flop, about 550.
What's the definition of insanity?
Queen Deuce 8. Mighty Hammer with an 8. Queen of the Felt with an 8 as well, but Hammer has the ace kicker.
Queen of Felt backdoor spades.
Yeah, that as well. And it looks like the Hammer is going to put the hammer down already. 3 1/4. You think she's going to peel one off here?
I think so.
Yeah.
With backdoor
I could
spades.
see that as well, right?
If she had like ace-6 of hearts, which, I mean, the 6 of hearts not available, but if she had ace-6 of hearts,
Right.
maybe not. There's some turn cards that improve her.
Deuce of hearts. So, you know, if Hammer bets here again, such an irrelevant card. So if she thinks she's good on the flop, she probably thinks she's good on the turn.
3 diamond doesn't change much. She does have some showdown value here. I don't think you really need to bet here.
I don't think Hammer's likely to bet here. He might just check back and get to showdown.
Did get the showdown. Picks up a pot here, nearly break even. Time Traveler Poker has the record holder for number of hours played straight in a casino. Just type it. I'm
Really?
I'm probably effing that up. Time. Just type it in. Just what you did, what you record hold. I remember you told me, and I'm like so butchering that right now, so I apologize. Yeah, Elliot. Gator did such a great freaking job. I'm actually getting texts from people. They're saying
Really?
like that you're doing a phenomenal job.
I'm so excited about that. I was so excited to come in here today and commentate.
Like dead ass, I'm getting text messages like,
That's
dude, he's doing a
awesome.
really good job.
Man.
And people that watch streams, so you're doing a phenomenal job.
I want to thank all the people for the support. I really do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eliander, for letting me borrow your significant other. So Wolfgang was not doing a mug. So, Professor,
Jeremy, 2 10s.
I believe he is here for an extended amount of time. I don't know how long, like a month, 2 months kind of thing. So he's from Chicago. So I think he does like these blocks where he goes to a certain area of the country for some time.
And look at this. Mr. Regis, he says, I got ace-9. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, Hayden Fortini's favorite hand, ace-9 offsuit. I know he's watching. It's an inside joke.
7-8 suited. Going to mix it up too. Moneymaker folding. Jeremy with the 2 10s.
3 bet here. The queen of felt with king queen
Yeah,
offsuit.
she made it.
Yeah, I just
150.
saw that. Gonna try to
Queen.
ISO. Probably not gonna get a ton of folds because everybody once it's like in Texas, right?
Right.
Like when one person calls, the next person calls, and the people behind feel obligated to call.
I don't think anybody folded. Look at this. Well, I just saw the flop and it disappeared.
Oh, this could be the last hand. I think this is the hand that Eric said he messed up.
Oh. Because the flop was 2 hearts, I believe. Oh, no, it's 5, 6, 7, 1 heart.
Yeah, so I think this is the hand we're talking about.
7, 8, ace, 9, deuce, 3.
What a great flop for Wolfgang here.
Yeah, it is a very good flop for him. And then
Jeremy
Jeremy with the 10s, raised to 500.
With a little bit of a min click. Queen of felt. I'm trying to figure out.
I don't think Wolfgang's going anywhere.
Nope, I don't think so either.
Mr. Regis says, you know what? I got ace high and a gut shot. I'm going to think about it.
Yeah, he's gonna fold here.
It's going to fold. And then Wolfgang, I want one of his hats.
I can get you one.
Yeah, I want one of those for sure. Summertime.
Dude, those look dope.
Yeah, I know. Where's those at?
Somewhere there.
Yeah, he's definitely going to make the call here. Let's see what the turn brings.
Open-ended with the backdoor hearts.
Right. Another pretty good card for him. He has
It's a really good card.
open-ended straight flush draw. He probably doesn't think he's against a full house here.
Can we get a bang card on the river?
Bang!
Bang!
Let's see what he does here with this turn card, bringing up his equity. 2,000, almost 2,000 in the skillet. 1925. Jeremy's 1695, so less than a pot-sized bet left. Wolfgang is thinking about firing, I think.
Oh, he
checks.
checks.
Jeremy, do you think Jeremy's just going to stuff it for 1695?
It's a super draw heavy board, and this is a really good board for Wolfgang's third blind defending range.
And he does.
Yeah.
And Wolfgang,
Oh, so it's a tough spot. I don't see how you can fold this.
he's getting, he's getting a little over 2 to 1 on
Yeah.
a call, and
And if he thinks he's
36%.
if he thinks he's against an overpair, right? He's got 30% equity here.
yeah.
He's gonna call 17 to And mathematically, I think he mathematically has to call here. Yeah, I do like the check here. The queen felt called the clock on it.
Heard that.
Gangster.
Oh my! So he can hit a 7, he can hit a 9, and he can hit a 4, and a heart.
Yeah,
So he has a lot of cards here.
And Jeremy, with the line he's playing, is definitely representing overpairs.
Yeah, so I think Wolfgang's running the math in his head. Like, should I go ahead and just put the 1700 in and let's go for it?
Yeah, actually, everybody in
Might
Texas
be
would have
towards
called.
fold.
Texans would have called by now. Illinoisans, I don't even know what they're called. Illinoisans would. Yeah. Agreed. I agree. And it sucks though, because like you're up for the session, and like this is like the very last hand. I believe this is the very last hand. But you also have to you gotta play to win.
You do got to play to win. I don't think he likes this though. He doesn't like this at all. He's really in the blender, and I like the fold. I mean,
He can't run it.
I want to know the river so bad. I want to know so. Oh, and he looked. I want to know what it was.
They're not supposed to, but like if like that happens, he's not. What's it called?
Right.
Illinoisans. Actually, Illinoisans.
Illinois.
I didn't type that just for the record. That's not how I pronounced it. But it actually sounds like I pronounced it that way. So let's see if they're going to end on the flip.
Y'all want to do it in last hand?
It's like the last
Yep.
hand flip, maybe, or maybe Hold'em. Is the last hand Hold'em?
Yeah, I'm getting my money in. I'm a gambler, and I'm Asian. I ain't never folding that turn.
I don't think anyone that is from Texas folds that turn.
Yeah, I know. Ashley's like with me. Pew, pew. Gamble, gamble, baby.
straddle in play, guys. Triple straddle in play. 100 to come in.
Yeah, I see y'all's point, but I'm from Texas and Asian, so it's just not. I'm not folding.
I mean,
I'm just not. I'm not folding.
if you're Asian and you're from Texas, you're just gambling.
You're just gambling.
That's just the way it's going to be.
Folding that.
No,
straight flush draw. Come on.
I didn't come here to fold.
Yeah, I didn't come here to fold.
Right.
I'm not hating on Wolfgang. I'm just messing with him. He's a good cat.
No, he could have been against a full house sometimes there.
Oh, was this triple straddle? I don't know.
Yeah, he did look at the queen.
Oh, this is the last hand.
Okay. So I got Eric Anderson in the booth who's wrapping it up out there. Wrapping it up in here. Dude, Gator did a dope job.
Here's what I missed. Oh, no, I've been listening the whole time.
Oh,
You want to hop on real quick?
Yeah.
All right. Third mic coming hot.
I guess I can this.
All right.
Hey. Yeah, I've been listening. I've been running Action Tracker with my AirPod in, so I've been listening to the whole thing. It's great. Good job. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
I screw up the very last hand. Carlos says he wants to straddle like 25, 50, 100. I accidentally put his chip stack at 100.
Oh, wow.
So when it shows he's all in, he's not all in. He's got like 8 grand. But we're going to go to showdown with his hand because it shows that he's at $100.
I gotcha. So you can't go back without...
I would have to rewind everything. By the time I realized it, after the flop, going to the turn, I didn't want to back everything up. I had to do that one other hand where I messed up. When the Queen of Felt did a double straddle without telling me. And I went, well, I'm just going to make it a raise. And it limps around to her. And then she raised. And I went, well, dang it, now I have to back everything up. So I don't even know what the hands were.
A big bet here by OC with 2 overs, backdoor, hearts. Carlos flopping a gutter.
Well, he makes it a big bet pre-flop, like 500 and 2 callers. Oh, okay. It's weird because he makes it like 500 pre and gets 3 callers. So there's a ton of chips in it.
So, this big gets there.
Yep. He hits his open ender.
Thank God, man.
It shows he's all in, so we can't even see. But OFC makes another huge bet, and I'm just sitting there with my hands tied because I can't do anything.
Right.
Because the computer's going, he's all in, run it out.
But he's
when
not
they're
all
actually
in.
betting and calling, and I'm going, I can't do anything now.
Wow.
Are they playing post-stream?
They are playing post-stream.
You want,
Is there a seat open?
I think so.
There's Carlos left, and I think that's it. So there's a single.
This night can work out very well for Gator.
Yeah, how unethical is that? You sit there and watch them play for 4 hours and then jump in the lineup?
Time out. For the record, any player could come in. So that's not
Anybody could have been watching it for the last 4 hours.
That's what happened last Friday. A lot of players were watching the stream, and they were like, you guys have open seats, so they're watching it. They're going to come. It's not any worse. It's not jumping in the middle of the stream.
So, unfortunately, we don't see what's happening. He's betting, and the computer's just waiting for the river to come out, wondering why it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
It goes check. OFC bets like 700, and then
something happens.
Carlos rips it,
Yeah.
and OFC snap folds.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. This is the big
Look
card.
at that pot. It shows like 500, and there's like thousands.
What happened to the sound effects?
Oh, turn it up.
It's this
No,
one.
the far one. Yep, that one.
All right.
Do it.
Okay. No, I'll mess with these tomorrow. I'll mess with them tomorrow. So,
yeah,
stuff
PLO
happened.
Professor says computer software for streaming sounds stressful. It is. It is. It's a mess. And you can see OFC just snap folds. So that's how long the tank took for him to check OFC bet, and he tank. Finally shoves, and OFC just snap folds, and we're done with it. And we're done with the stream. So it shows he won $436. There was probably $3 grand in that pot.
Wow.
So super fun. So we're done. Stream's done. You can turn off the sound. They are going to play post stream. And that's it.
Okay. Awesome.
So thanks a lot, Gator.
Thank you guys for having me here.
So
I appreciate it.
What we're gonna do? We're gonna switch over to the max camera.
Let's go.
And again, I'm gonna work.
Guys.
We're gonna get the thumbnail tomorrow. Frankie's gonna help me with it.
Right on.
Yeah. So
5, 10, no, 25, 50
with a 50 big blind ante.
First time doing a 50 big blind ante.
Yeah, gonna be the first time we're doing that biggest game here at Poker House Dallas.
Commentating.
Me and
Somebody.
maybe Danny, but the thing is he may
Maybe
find.
Gator?
Huh, maybe Gator. If Gator wants to never ever have to pay for time,
I'll take any day you want me to commentate. I don't care.
fun.
I'll definitely do it.
let me check with Danny to see
Hey,
if
how's
he's.
your heads up game? I don't know if you know, we're running a heads up tournament.
When's the tournament?
Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
But it's before
Now,
the.
2 people have already advanced to the second bracket.
Uh-huh.
I've got 4 people signed up to play Saturday.
Okay,
at
Sunday
noon.
I'm busy, but
If you can make a Saturday,
okay, maybe I could make Saturday.
$700 buy-in.
Okay, what time is it Saturday? Noon.
Starts at noon.
Just a tad early for me.
Yeah, I know. We're making it noon. So look at this. I turn off the lights, because we got these big booming lights. And Queen of Falk goes, "Can you turn the lights back?" I mean, your eyes will adjust, but if you want, I'll turn the lights back on.
Yeah.
She goes, "Yes, please." And so I clicked them back on. And, it's going to be a great tournament.
Awesome.
It's super fun. The first one, they are in the live stream if you want to scroll back and watch
Oh, really?
The first one lasted like 90 minutes. The second one lasted like
An hour.
28
No,
minutes.
28 minutes. That's right. 23 minutes.
Yeah.
You're right.
It was a quick one.
How many people enter that?
2 people the first day, 2 people the second day.
Oh, really?
I expected
Not a ton.
And everybody in the chat and everybody I talked to said, "Man, if you made it 300, I'd be there. 700 is just a little too much."
Right.
So we had I turned the lights back on. It got really bright again. We had 9 people register total.
Really?
But they wanted to pick their day.
Uh-huh.
And so we had 2 people show up the first day. I was like, well, as long as you're here, I didn't plan on streaming it, but I got nothing to do. It's just to you. Let's go.
Right.
So we streamed it. And the second day, 3 people showed up, and one of them said, "You know what? I don't need to play. I'll make it easy, and I'll just unregister." So the other 2 played. We did that. And then I've got 4 people signed up for this Saturday.
Okay.
And more people are excited and say they're going to come.
Right.
So that's what that's about.
So had a really good stream tonight. The Gator did phenomenal.
Thank you so much.
Now this is why I hate commentating alone. It's so hard to commentate alone when you have someone, especially as good as he's done for his first time, and makes it easy. Because then I can focus on this and he can do that. And
Yep, you
blah,
can
blah.
do the broadcasting stuff and
So
watch the
Yeah, I
chat.
could see
while
it
you
being
watch
pretty
the
hard
action.
by yourself.
Yeah, when you have to do the computer stuff, check on the chat, give
Right.
away points to these degens.
Yeah.
And
It's true. So, but again, tomorrow we're gonna have 25-50 with a 50 big blind ante. Saturday, Gator's gonna be playing 6 to 10 p.m. The same stakes as tonight.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm coming in on the live stream on Saturday, so I'd probably turn down the heads
Probably
up.
not gonna roll in at noon.
Yeah, I don't want
Get
to
all
roll in at
tired.
noon. I need to get a little bit of sleep, play with some of these tough guys on
yeah,
Saturday.
it's gonna
and
be
I think
fun.
he's gonna jump out on there, maybe fire a little bit. So, but
go up.
that's it for us in the booth. So again, thank you, Gator, for coming in clutch last
And
minute.
Thank you guys for having me. I really
Brian
appreciate
just
it.
dumped all the chips.
Yeah. So that's it for us in the booth.
Oh no.
We will see you guys, gals, tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see ya.